We rolling? Going live in
3, 2,
1.
Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Transmisión en curso desde Undercity Comics. Keeping Up with the Nerds presenta el archivo 271. Yo soy Noel, presentando desde el núcleo del sistema aquí en Philadelphia en Uptown Whittier. Very nice to meet you. I'm over here with Burr, the Baron. So you guys know, he comes from the stellar area of Orion. Mm-hmm. And anybody from that area, you must mention Orion in their name. So I present to you Bryan.
That's some highbrow humor. That's so highbrow.
You got anyone else? Or
I don't even want to say our names. Let's just go on to the show.
Then we got Sean, Rene, and Nick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
welcome.
I like it.
To episode 271.
That was great.
I don't know
Undercity
why
Comics.
you went like Chavo del Ocho at first,
Yeah.
like 1980s.
That's what I was going for. Yeah.
Bienvenidos
Yeah. Estaba
a la
dominante,
edición 261.
I was thinking about doing that, but I would start laughing halfway through, and this just wasn't going to be a thing.
You went too big with it.
In my head, it was too big, and I know damn well I'm going to sweat.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, of issue 271. Welcome to Keep It Up with the Nerds. Check out our website, keepitupwiththenerds.com. Check out our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Little X.com. Check out our YouTube. YouTube.com/Keeping Up with the Nerds, and our audio platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. Patreon.com/Keeping Up with the Nerds, and TikTok at Keeping Up with the Nerds. Also check out our channel sponsor www.gg. Use code KeepUpNerds for 10% off all orders. More on them later. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first week of November, so we're kicking off our annual month of guest, and with us today is the grandpappy of Christmas, Noel!
It's me. I'm Noel. Yo, can you just, moving forward, just say we're on everything except Sirius XM? That'll be like the easiest thing. You're streaming everywhere except Sirius XM.
Yeah, but I already got the vibe going.
What do you?
Yeah,
what don't you have on the menu?
What don't I have on the menu?
And
What
then you
don't
list
want?
everything that you have on the menu.
We're not on...
Spread them.
Spread 'em.
Everything's on the menu.
We're not
Spread
on
'em.
Cornhub.
Everything's on the
We're not.
We can be.
Actually, you can.
We don't have fans.
Why
like we
aren't you?
can.
Huh?
No.
Why aren't you on Pornhub?
I always thought it was really funny whenever you would see movies on, like full length.
Cornhub.
yeah.
Cornhub.
I'm just trying to imagine Nick at 2 a.m.
Page
Just like
250 something like
Be like,
that.
oh my God, it's X-Men First Class.
Have you seen people
Wouldn't
streaming?
you stop? Wouldn't
there
you
too?
I
stop?
would stop.
I would stop.
100%.
Oh, but the streaming titles are always funny. It's
No,
like,
I've seen like people
videos?
streaming video
Would that be
games.
related
it's like
videos?
teenager gets destroyed on Battlefield 6
No.
bent over. Or something.
No,
terrible
it's
name.
literally check out my
Teenager
stream
gets
with the guy's
destroyed.
name
Yeah.
in the title, and he's just there.
you get
It's
views.
just a legit setup like you would see on Twitch. I'm like,
You get views.
interesting.
Cornhub.
Why is it? But why is this on my algorithm? Why is this on my recommended to you?
I got an answer for
My
that.
last 3 tags were completely different.
I can answer
Yeah.
that. They're looking for a demographic, and you're that demographic.
But how do they know? I don't click on the videos.
You stream now, Sean. You're a streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stream now.
Whoa, that's giving me way no. Hey,
Yeah,
whoa. That's giving me way too much credit.
full-time-
That's giving me way
Check
too
a
much.
streamer
out
now.
Sean's stream on cornhub.com/getbent.
Bro, you should do it.
/get bend. Call me Bender. And hey, we do share the last same name.
For
Dude,
every
Bending
kill that
Bender
Sean
and
gets, for every
Rodriguez.
sniper shot,
Bending Bender.
headshot he gets on Battlefield 6, he takes one article of clothing off.
Oh, that
not
would be
gonna be a
very.
lot.
That would be very fast.
That would also.
That
yeah, that would be
Would
very
it?
quick.
Would it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best
And
way,
then
only one way to find out.
if he gets a total of
Only one.
500 kills, circumcision.
Hey,
live.
What?
Look,
of
I
which,
set
live?
myself a challenge while I was streaming, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just shut up, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not. There's no way I'm gonna be able to achieve this in this one
Hey,
round.
real
I'm
quick,
stupid.
Have you played the last 2 episodes of Dispatch?
No.
Dude, they came out.
Yeah.
Have they? Well, I will.
So far, there's 4 episodes out.
I'm gonna
Half
be
of it's out.
streaming the first 2 episodes of Dispatched on Wednesday. The night that tonight, as you see this video, I will be streaming the first 2 episodes of Dispatch,
And he
I'm
will be
super
late.
Excited.
Have you played Dispatch?
I'm gonna
yet?
try not to be late this time. The thing is, okay,
Title
to be
your
fair,
streams not late. Just don't say that you're late. Just title it something else.
yeah,
Yeah.
that, and I'm also gonna leave a link on Instagram because my friends were also messaging me. Where's the link
Message me.
in the thing?
Remind me, and I'll make custom thumbnails for you.
All right, so
Okay.
a couple things.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
Let's touch
very
bases.
much, by the way.
I got you.
I
Bro.
appreciate you.
I got
I love
you.
you.
I got you.
I gave you. I loved you last week. I was like, thank
He's
God
gonna
you
love
called
you
me.
more.
Thank God
On
you called me.
cornhub.com/get-bent.
Thumbnails, the link, but also lets you know how many people are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, you don't get the notification or
Yes.
see him when he goes
Oh,
live.
Hit that bell notification.
Good point. So, talking about subscriptions, I was looking at our analytics. More than 80% of people watching our stuff are not subscribed.
Yes.
So, if you are at this point watching or listening on
Hey.
YouTube and or on Podbean or Apple Music or whatever it is, right? And you haven't clicked the follow, the subscribe, or whatever, what are you doing? Just do it right now.
Please
do it
it's-
right now.
throw us
Hold
a
on, hold
bone.
on, hold on.
Come on.
You're coming across strong.
No, I'm coming in hostile.
No,
dude.
don't. Ignore him.
No.
Ignore him. Click the button,
Let's come
but
in
ignore
positive.
him.
Let's come in positive.
Okay,
Your
please,
algorithm.
kindly-
Your algorithm is working.
Kindly.
Do we-
algorithm is working.
Do we set a goal for the next time that we record? Like, we
When it
should-
comes-
500 subscribers and Sean gets naked on the stream.
No, I'm
No,
shaving
no.
eyebrow.
And eyebrow.
1,000
hell
subs
no.
and
No.
You heard it here
Hold on, are you
first.
being- are you being real?
He's shaving one eyebrow.
When we get to 1,000 subscribers,
website.
I will wax my chest. When we get to 1,000,
Show it.
I
Show
will
it.
wax my chest.
It's
Show it.
Ah, cover it.
there's nothing there. There's nothing there. No, 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 no,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
can't
no,
show that.
no, no,
We
no,
can't.
no, no.
Wait, hang
No,
on.
no,
hang
no,
on.
no, 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 no.
Look at this.
No, no,
look,
he
look how
disconnected,
long
disconnected,
it gets
disconnected.
to.
He became undone.
Quick, Brian's not
Anyway.
connected. Say all the weird
I'm
stuff.
connected. I'm back. I'm back on the
Wait,
grid.
did you push the button?
I think I pressed
Ejected.
it. Yeah.
I was gonna
Anyway,
say something
My
offensive.
chest hair is
Can we-
longer
can we
than
just-
your
can
chest
we
hair,
only-
boy.
can we
Don't
only
come
do
to me.
areola?
Whoever's editing this podcast needs to put a censor bar, put
Can we-
something over his
Can we
head.
only do
his
areolas?
chest.
I just want areolas.
Just
No,
He has no hair.
I
He's
know.
a hairless
Can we-
man.
Can we
Do you
turn
have
you into
hair?
a jack-o'-lantern?
Do you have hair?
I'm fuzzy, yeah.
Okay. You're
No.
a bear?
Come on.
It's gonna be the full thing.
No, I
I'm
used to
not
be.
gonna have parts of my chest being excruciating
I want you to
pain.
wa- I want you to
I
wa-
want it all.
I want you to
evenly.
walk into your wife and go, look what they did to me.
Why do you
Look
say
what
it
they
like
did.
that?
Look
Why
what
do
they
you say it with such
did.
inflection?
What?
Walk into your wife.
That's your
Why
wife.
is that your wife?
That's your wife.
You made a
Now,
commitment.
You chose your wife.
Not only that, but also she's committed to stay with you looking like
you
an
imagine
idiot.
Nick at the- Imagine Nick at the altar.
matter
like,
what.
Yes, I'd love to take you as my wife.
I will. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be hilarious.
She would get a kick out of it. She'd laugh
She
at
would,
me.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
real
Monica
quick.
would laugh.
I mean, you guys already know what she calls me behind closed doors.
Oh, yeah, dude. I agree.
I don't.
I know. I'm
gonna,
so lost.
I'm gonna laugh
No,
and
remember.
We'll-
and agree with
well,
it.
let's
He
not
doesn't
do
remember the text message.
Yeah, we'll show
yeah,
text
remember the
message.
text message.
Oh, that was funny.
That-
Listen, not
agree.
appropriate
Message?
for the show.
No.
I'll tell you
It's-
afterwards.
it
It's a
can't-
show.
it cannot be
It was,
shared.
it was a text chain, but it was funny.
So, real quick, I'm on episode 8 of Silicon Valley.
Nice.
Yeah,
Of season-
you are totally. Of
I just
season
finished
one.
it.
Oh,
I
I was
just finished
totally-
it
You
this
are
week.
totally a Guilfoyle and a little bit of TJ Miller's character.
I see that.
Totally.
I see that.
Yeah.
Totally.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Because
you
you
are
talk
Eric.
like
Eric
TJ Miller.
Bachman?
Yes,
yes,
you
do.
are.
You talk like him, and I'm just like there are certain like you're not like stupid like him,
Gabe.
but you're Jared.
Jared. I was calling
wait,
him.
You're
yeah.
Jared.
Jared.
Yeah.
You're Jared, and you're big head.
And especially when I got to the very end of the
Fell
last
upwards.
season,
You just fail upwards.
Jared-
They haven't seen it.
Jared
They haven't seen
gives
it.
no F's.
haven't
Dude,
seen it.
you know what part of it was the episode where he gets sent to the island?
Oh God, yeah,
That totally
in the
reminded
storage
me of you.
container.
Yeah, that was totally you. And then the one that
Peter
reminded
Gregory gives him. He sends him in the
Yeah,
self-driving
yeah, yeah.
car.
And the self-driving car takes
Excuse
him,
me,
takes him
Mr.
to,
Car.
like,
something happens
Mr.
where it
Carr,
just like
he's
gets
like-
rerouted.
Yeah, and it gets rerouted and it takes him like all the way
dear.
to like
He's like-
just Cambodia or something like that.
So
I,
the line
I
that
love
made me-
I love the
should be-
callback.
There's two lines
later.
that made me think of Nick as Guilfoyle. It's the one where his girlfriend visits him and he plays the joke on Gamesh or Dinesh.
Yeah.
Dinesh.
Says like,
Dinesh.
Dinesh. And
With
he's
like
just
my girlfriend thinks
yeah,
you're
he's
high.
like she wants to have relations with you, and then he like
the Allstate girl.
yeah,
Or
oh, that's
the State Farm.
yes.
Yeah,
State
this is
Farm.
State Farm girl.
And so he
You know
like
who.
goes up to her and
all
like
know.
says like, oh yeah, I would totally
Yeah.
like I'm okay with it. And he's like, "Oh, I was really high that moment. I was just saying that to mess with you." I'm like, "Yeah, that's something Nick would do."
Yeah.
The other one that made me laugh was when they're at the convention. Was he was at the convention?
Oh.
But Guilfoyle says
Tectone,
something like dispatch or something like that.
where they're doing the middle out method.
It's in the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But there's
He
like a
probably
lot
hasn't
of,
gotten to that point yet.
not
That's
yet.
all,
Yeah. But there's a lot of things that he says.
Why Guilfoyle? What?
Because dude, he
Come
says
on.
like
It's the
really,
attitude.
really
It's
messed
the
up stuff.
attitude.
Yeah.
It's the
The
attitude.
sole reason
It's the
of
attitude.
Guilfoyle existing is just so he can just mess with Dinesh.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know who wrote that line of code on?
Brian, you are Dinesh.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll be
Oh,
Dinesh.
so
That's
good.
fine.
Yeah.
So you fell in love with my code. You totally want to make love to my code.
I
No.
I just think it's.
bit of Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's.
I can see that.
Just the
Yeah.
eccentric.
I-
You know? Like,
For me,
Richard.
yeah, I guess Guilfoyle.
well, you just-
I just like the scenes where he's like, oh, it must be
What do I know?
amazing to work over at Pied Piper, and he goes, yeah, I feel like I'm in hell. And then I was sitting there, everybody's like, what? He
No
goes,
out-
oh no, he's a Satanist. That's
Compression?
good. That's a good thing.
It's great.
My favorite scene, and I was
I'm not
laughing
an
out
idiot.
loud when I was watching this outside, is when they take Dinesh to the Satanist baptism.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then the priest like breaks character. He's like, okay, guys,
And they're
so
naked, too?
Yeah, he's like, I'd like to thank what's his name for bringing the
The
food,
food, yeah.
today. It's Chick-fil-A. We know that they have Christian values, but I think Satan would forgive us all because that's some damn fine good chicken. I want to show Andy that episode.
I want to take you to a Can we go to one of those?
No,
To a tech convention?
I'm Catholic.
No,
I'll
to
burn.
a
Huh?
to a Satanist baptism or something.
Oh,
Fine one.
I'm kind of down.
But
My
they-
friend is
I've-
a Satan. He's in the religious sect of Satanism where he's actually a priest.
That's awesome.
I've
Yeah.
heard Satanists are some of the nicest people.
They are.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah. He was gonna. He wanted to
Next video, we
originally
visit
be an astrophysicist. He was going to school to be an astrophysicist.
In the next Try Guys video.
The nerds react to a satanic baptism.
Well, wait, what
It's
was
just
that
Brian
guy's
like,
name that got kicked out, and he's basically doing the same thing now?
Oh, yeah.
Ned Fulmer.
Ned, yes,
Yeah.
that's his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm watching Silicon Valley. But let's move on because it's November. We got a guest in front of us. Noel. Noel has been here. This would be your third time?
Yeah,
Whip it out.
Third
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
Whip it out.
You're not ready.
No, we have to
You're
ask
not
him.
ready.
So Noel runs PrimeTime here
it.
in Uptown Whittier. Sells TCG, sells collectibles, starts selling Gundam. There's a lot more to your story. You've been at the Santa Fe Springs Art Festival twice. Been a guest over there. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for opening up Month of Guest for us. Don't ask him to whip it out. There's a better question to ask him. Where do you fall on the political spectrum?
Oh, I vote.
Oh my God!
Hold
no,
on, hold on.
no,
I'm just
kidding.
No,
No.
No,
Please,
no.
I
Hear
thought
me
you were
out.
gonna- I thought
Hear
you were
me
gonna
out.
say how big
Hear
is
me
it?
out. Hear me
I
out.
thought you were
I'm
gonna say
holding the
CK.
mic.
What are your thoughts on CK?
Oh, boy.
I vote green.
Wow.
I do.
You're-
I've been
you're-
voting
you're a
green
member-
since I was
you're
in
a
high
member of the
school.
Green Party?
Yeah, I've been a member of the Green Party since I was in high
What a
school.
fence sitter.
Yeah, fence sitter,
Dang.
sir.
I'm kidding, dude.
For those who are listening,
What is your party
while
done,
we're-
Brian?
What's my party?
Just
Party of Anarchy.
Yeah.
the party of anarchy.
The party
Yeah.
that allows nukes to drop.
Oh my god.
Let's do it.
The only anarchy you have is when the dog pisses on something. That's your anarchy.
Renee, king of the slams. Boom.
The slam. This is when we need that board, man.
Oh,
Nah, we would have too much fun.
We wouldn't get
we're
through
gonna
enough
sound
time.
like a morning radio
Oh
broadcast.
my God.
I don't know.
Kevin and Bean.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
We can be the new Kevin.
Heidi
Bean.
and Frank, back when they were good.
I don't know if I
Kiss
want
FM?
that title. Like,
Okay, we can be better than Kevin Bean.
I don't know if I want that title.
Are they still alive?
Hey,
I thought they died.
No,
No,
they
they
just
just broke
they
up.
Yeah.
stopped doing the show.
Kevin is doing,
Recently,
Kevin is doing
or
the
a few
evening
years
slot
back.
at K-Rock, and then
Okay.
Bean is, I think, retired.
Noel,
I thought K-Rock died.
it was Art LeBeau who died.
Kind of did.
Art Laveau.
Yeah, Art LeBeau who
Kyrock,
did
yeah.
not Love
When
Line.
Linkin Park was classic rock, I went livid.
If you if you're old enough, you know who Art LeBeau was.
K-Rock died when they stopped doing good acoustic Christmases.
Yeah.
The last
No.
good one was...
No, wait.
When they were still KROQ.
No,
No.
the last good acoustic Christmas was with Rise Against Linkin Park.
No,
and,
I got a hot
K-
take. I got a hot
K-Rock-
take.
No, K-Rock died when Ralph Garman was fired.
Was he fired or did he quit?
No.
No, he was fired
No.
unceremoniously. Fired.
Was Love Line with Dr. Drew on Kiss?
Yeah,
Kiss
no,
or was
that
it
was
K-Rock?
K-Rock.
That was
K-Rock.
K-Rock.
Okay, to me that's when it
K-Rock.
died. When Love Line
K-Rock
went
to
off
me
the air.
died when No Doubt broke up. That's how early on it was.
No Doubt's still alive.
Huh?
No, that's still doing music.
No, they died.
No, she's
She's a country star now.
Gwen Stefani?
Gwen Stefani. No, but No Doubt is still a band. I think they're performing.
Yeah,
Who's
they do.
singing?
It's Gwen
When?
Stefani.
Okay,
it
so
Gwen?
No Doubt. When they first broke up,
Well, I know
K-Rock
that is
died.
Oh, you're talking about when they first
Yeah,
broke
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Did you ever
Because
like
Weenie Roast got
MTV?
weird, and everybody makes fun of the
Oh.
Weenie Roast.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it. Rancid every hour for like 20 minutes. I'm over it. Move on. You know what I mean?
Did
You
you
know
ever
what
like
other band
MTV,
died?
Noel?
Did I? MTV Tres.
MTV Tres.
MTV
Spanish.
Tres. Yeah.
I think our millennial engage just went up
Yeah.
right now. from This
Paramore.
whole conversation.
Yeah.
You know what? You know when punk rock died for me?
When?
Or not punk rock?
Punk
rock.
Punk rock.
Punk
Paramore.
rock?
When Paramore stopped, when
Oh.
they released their self-titled album.
That's how I feel when Green Day put out.
She's gonna be in Uptown.
Who?
Haley Williams?
Yeah.
No
She's
way.
gonna
Tell
be-
me more.
She's gonna be in Lavelle's.
No way.
When?
When?
Yeah,
Whoa,
she's doing a
signing-
signing for her
Oh,
new
that's
album.
When?
dope.
When? I
That's
have
like
Riot.
in November.
Dude, I want to go.
When?
When?
It's
When?
on. Check their Instagram.
When?
Wait, for real?
For real.
For
yeah.
real?
Yeah, I think it's like supposed to be next week or in a couple of weeks.
dude.
You lied. No way.
Dude.
No,
You guys didn't know this?
No!
I thought you. That's why I didn't say anything because I was like, no one said it to me. I was like, okay, I guess
Dude,
they
she's
know.
like my childhood crush
Yeah,
that
she's
broke
gonna
up
be
with
in-
me.
She's gonna be at Lavelle. She's doing a
No,
she's doing a tour.
Why
of
do you
her
laugh?
whole
It's for
album.
real. You want to know something?
Yeah.
Riot, Brand New Eyes, perfect album. Then she did her
Brand
self-titled
New Eyes is
album.
really good.
And I'm just like, what the hell happened? And then she went on, I think it was Weenie Roast, at the
Yeah.
formerly or now at the
Carol.
StubHub. And she was like, oh, I don't want to do Misery Business because that's not who I am anymore. I'm like, I grew up with Misery Business. What are you talking about? And she broke my heart.
Bro, she's like 4'11", just like FYI.
That's fine.
She's
Andy's
small.
like 5 foot.
She's super tiny.
That's fine. Andy's 5 foot.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
So you're
was
telling
tall.
me
So
you
you're saying
can
you
pick
can
her
deal
up
with
and
shorter.
shake her hard enough to tell her, play that music again.
No, dude, if I met her, I'd actually like probably.
Andy can't get on a roller coaster?
No, she can't.
No, she can't.
Give me your foot.
I'd be like Peter Gregory.
High souls.
Yeah.
Literally Peter Gregory as if I met Haley Williams.
Most she
Burger
can't go to
King.
so Andy can't go to Six Flags?
No,
all those,
she can ride roller coasters.
all those rides are 5'4".
No, she can't. She can't ride roller coasters.
She can't
She
ride roller
can,
coasters.
dude.
No, she can't.
She can ride Brian though.
Hey,
If she
that's how
listens
you
to
make
this.
a
If she
baby.
listens
That's
to
how you
this.
make a baby.
Wait,
That's how you
Wait,
make
how
a
far?
baby.
How far in the podcast are we right now?
17 minutes.
Oh yeah, she might be.
That's how you make a baby.
Respectfully,
Hey,
Wendy,
MJ, I know you're too young.
The both
Respectfully.
of,
Hold
the
on,
both
hold
of
on,
you
hold on.
made a
That went out the
beautiful
window.
baby
I got a
girl.
text message right now, Brian. At
Brian?
work.
Brian?
Yeah, what's up?
Damn.
Sports commentary.
Sports commentary?
Yeah.
What about it?
What's it like? Make it baby.
Give us a play-by-play. break it down from
I wanna know your
starting first
mindset,
quarter.
What thoughts you were using?
Did you
and
know-
what got you in the zone?
So you're in
Tell
the
us,
fir-
Brian, about how
You're
you
in the
focus
first quarter,
so
right?
much.
So
Yeah.
the conversation happened, right? You're in the first quarter. Second quarter comes in. You're in the action.
You haven't
right?
seen a
Third
sports
quarter
player
happens.
interview, have you? You haven't seen a sport player do an interview, have you?
Brian, tell us more about your thought process.
Quarter 3, I pressed pause on the Netflix. I knew it was time to
It
lock in.
it asked, are you still
Lock
watching?
in.
The only reason is because the Love is Blind trailer kept playing.
Throwing my rhythm off.
You want an actual
British
sport?
cake show?
A sport,
Does it
an
for me.
athlete who's actually doing an interview. This
Yeah,
is how they would
yeah,
respond. Hit me
yeah.
with a question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Brian,
Think so? I'm
How
in.
fast did you bust?
Do you want?
how
You want
fast
on-
until he had to take a knee?
Do you want?
Hey, quick question.
That's a better way.
When you finished, did you realize it was a cake?
Damn.
Like you made a baby and then you were like, oh, no, that is a cake.
The baby batter.
Brian, you gotta say something. It's not gonna stop.
I know.
not
we have to,
stop.
we'd
You
have
know
to
what-
move on, or
You
Brian
know,
has to
you
say
know what the
something.
worst part is? I feel
So the process
like
is
you
like
had
the process is like.
I feel like you had the
adding-
opening of Gilmore Girls playing. Like that was what was in the background music. Like just
Speaking
like
from
that.
experience,
Hey man, that is my life.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's just Gilmore Girls in the
I'm
background
not
as
gonna
I'm
lie to
doing
you.
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm in the middle of a rewatch right now.
Gilmore Girls?
Yeah, because
Nice.
Sarah's never seen it, so like she's watching.
Dude,
it.
Oh
for the
my
first time.
How
God.
has Sarah never seen Gilmore Girls?
I know
How do
she
you
like
not?
growing up in Uptown. Yeah,
would
I don't.
think-
Yeah.
How do you not?
You would
You would
think.
think-
You
you
would
would
think.
think,
You would
yeah,
think.
you would
You would
think.
think. Not the case.
Because
Did you-
Uptown
wait,
gives
you-
you Gilmore Girls.
Yeah,
it gives you
100%.
Star, it gives you
Yeah,
Stars
100%.
Hollow vibes.
Wait,
Yeah.
did she ever watch any CW show?
Seventh Heaven.
I think she
90210.
One Tree Hill.
One
was gonna
Tree
say
Hill.
that.
Ew,
First
One
off,
Tree Hill.
all of those are bad.
No, but
Gossip
Terrible.
Girl.
but no. But chicks in
Yes,
my
it
high
was.
school loved One Tree Hill. I remember they loved Chad Michael Murray.
90210.
Chad Michael Murray was like the crap.
I don't want to wait. For our lives to get over.
But anyway,
No
how
copyright.
has she never watched Gilmore Girls? I've at least seen it 4 times, and that's just living with Monica.
Yeah, I watch it every year, especially around this time.
Dude, Monica,
So good.
it never ends.
No, yeah, that's how Mandy is with
No.
the rookie.
24.
Yeah.
7.
But
no,
it's not.
literally,
You know what?
literally,
I
I'll
will
walk
tell
into
you.
the house, and then I'll be like, "What season are you on?" She's like, "Season 6," and I'm like, "Oh,
That's where
really?"
Andy's at right now.
And no, because then Monica will finish, and then I'll come home the next day, and then I'm like, and then I'll be like, "Oh, what season is this?" She's like, "Season 1, episode 4." I'm like, "Did you start over?" She goes, "Yes." It never stops. She has other shows to watch.
Listen, Linda, listen.
For real, there's like Supernatural she could watch.
No,
Dude,
no,
I
no,
told
no,
her.
no,
She
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
no.
no. I understand like rewatching Gilmore Girls, but it's a lot better than rewatching ER constantly.
Oh God,
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's
that's my mom.
In all fairness, I am bad because I put the Rookie on the same way.
So
I'll put the Rookie on in
Yeah.
the background to do stuff. So I'll have the Rookie, How I Met Your Mother, or what else do I put on?
I have friends in the
Have you had her
background.
watch Suits yet? I
Oh, that's a
I
good
got, I
show.
got my mom
Super
into
good
Suits.
show. Yeah,
I got my
super
mom
good.
into Suits, and surprisingly, she already finished the season.
Monica
like the,
doesn't-
sorry, the series.
They're getting back together.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she
they did, right?
She told me, I didn't even know this, surprisingly, that they're gonna have another season to the newest season that came out, and I was like, wait a minute, how do you know? And she's like, oh yeah, I liked it so much, I started going online and finding out information. I was like,
No, but for,
Okay.
for Suits, she doesn't like it because she doesn't like episodic TV.
oh.
Anything that's episodic,
So
isn't
no
Gilmore Girls
Breaking Bad.
episodic?
So
No, it's not.
so you're telling me no to
No,
Breaking Bad.
Breaking
for her.
Bad isn't episodic.
Breaking Bad is
Yeah, it is.
It's not
Episodic means that the
episodic.
story goes from episode to episode to episode, or
Yeah, so episodic as in like the episode starts, there's a problem of the week or like a big bad there's a big bad of the week.
So
Power
no
Rangers,
Supernatural
Power
then.
Rangers.
That-
Definitely,
Yeah.
'Cause
that's
I was
thrown
try-
out the window.
I was trying to get her into Buffy, and then she was
Same
like,
thing, yeah.
she was like, I can't get into it because she's kind of like, okay, well the big scary monster's gonna come, then they're gonna kill it, and then the episode's gonna end.
But
and
yeah, the
then-
funny Xander one-liner, which
She
is
doesn't
so
care.
dumb too.
Honestly,
What about the
she does
millennial
not care.
Buffy? iZombie. You ever watch
That's not
iZombie?
I like
Zombie.
iZombie.
Yeah, 100%
Is it?
millennial.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
millennial.
sci-fi,
It's
wasn't it?
episodic.
That's
No,
a
it was
millennial.
good.
That's
It
a
was good.
millennial.
That was a millennial.
That's a
iZombie.
millennial, yeah.
I
Based on a
never-
comic.
I see what you mean.
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
watched it.
Lame.
No,
lame.
no.
Hang on, let me-
First
hang on.
off, as of a person who was like living
Yeah.
on the Arrowverse, and then iZombie
No,
came out
you can't.
where it was like in
You can't
between
compare
those.
the two. You can't compare the two.
No. I was just
can't compare
watching
the
the
two.
full CW.
If I
like,
wanted to
lineup.
watch Batman, I would watch Batman. I don't need to watch the Green Arrow.
It was good.
No.
2 seasons, it was
Whoa,
good.
whoa. Did you ever give it a chance though?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over the whole thing. Even Constantine. I love
Where-
Constantine.
Well,
Okay,
Is the
Yeah.
NBC one?
Huh?
The NBC
Yeah.
one?
So you watched all of it.
What about Lucifer?
Yeah, I did to the point where it started getting way too campy
So
for me.
after Slade killed his mom, or like another season after that?
I think I fell off when
They left the island?
The island stuff. I was just like, dude, I'm watching Batman. I'm over this.
Was that season 3?
And then I moved on to
season
the
4?
Flash,
The
and the
island
Flash
arc
started falling
pissed me
apart,
off
and I
on the
couldn't
Arrow.
do it.
The island arc pissed me
I
off.
stopped after season 3.
The Flash
4.
is good though, up to season 2. Flash.
I
Yeah.
didn't
No,
like-
But it falls apart too.
Savitar was still
Supergirl
a pretty
super
good
too.
villain.
I didn't like
I'll
it.
say, like,
Savitar was
the
pretty good.
last.
That
I-
was it.
no,
That was
I
done.
enjoyed it.
You should have ended it right
Honestly,
there.
Yes,
Savitar-
exactly.
You should end it
That's,
right there.
that's when I
Savitar
saw.
was probably the last good one because once you start getting into like the Thinker.
No, when you
and
get his
everybody else.
daughter, and I was like,
that
oh,
was it for me.
Shui. Oh my god, my friends were saying,
Oh, yeah,
that's so Shui,
I-
unironically, and I
the
was like,
the main reason why I love that
stop.
one is because I was like, that's Batman Beyond. I love
So,
Yeah, that's true. Big facts.
It's
Big
better
facts.
than-
Yeah,
real
gotta
quick,
respect.
speaking about Gilmore Girls, real quick, I didn't know you watched Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, of course.
So, I know you do. You're forced. But you also grew up. You
No,
also
I
grew up
watched
with
it.
He's
No, I
forced
didn't.
to live with it consistently.
So
but
am I.
he
I
is
mean,
a-
I'm
he
enjoying
enjoys
it. I enjoy
So
it.
Gilmore Girls, I grew up watching,
never
but
ends.
I wasn't super into it because I just didn't like the speed at which they talked.
You know what?
was too fast
jarring.
for you?
It was
No,
too
it's
fast,
jarring.
yeah.
It is.
Oh, no.
No, at first when I first started watching, I was like, "Dang, they need to take a breath."
They do.
Like, but I also kind
Family Guy mentions that.
yeah,
Where
because
they're
like,
talking so fast, and then they just pop.
Yeah, and it's just like because they're just like blah, 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 coffee, and then you're just like
Coffee.
what?
Because all they
no.
drink is coffee.
Yeah,
That's why
coffee
that's why they
and
talk
then it's
that
just
way.
blah 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 Luke,
Coffee cake.
and then
That
it's like
little
my
girl
mom
likes coffee cake.
You know,
I
it's
love
just-
coffee cake.
Dinners on Fridays.
Yeah, Friday dinners.
We're Gilmore's. Emily.
Who's
You know-
who's the guy that owns the diner?
Luke.
Luke. Yeah, he's my
So-
favorite character.
Oh, he's so
Dude,
good.
okay, so Andy.
You know what? I like Luke.
Standard
So-
Gen X.
Hold
Super
on.
good.
Okay, hold on.
Oh no.
Who should Lorelai have ended up with, Chris or Luke?
Oh, nobody.
Nobody.
She's the problem in the whole damn show.
Okay.
She's the problem the whole damn show.
Hold
and
up.
then in the year review, you find out that Rory, it's the same thing, problem throughout the whole damn season.
Who? Which one? Jess or Logan?
Jess or Logan?
I love how you didn't include Dean.
Logan.
What?
I love how you didn't include Dean.
Because no, because to be fair, Dean and Rory have nothing in common.
They read.
They like no, he doesn't even read.
No, he does read in the beginning, and he stops reading.
Yeah, but okay.
I'm from Chicago. My name is
hold on.
Dane. That's why I hate his fake accent.
Yeah,
I noticed you like to read. A guy got hit by that, and you
the
didn't
guy
pay
that
no
Rory met
attention.
in
So
college and never gave a chance. That guy.
No, that guy was weird.
Which guy?
That guy was weird. That was the guy that.
That's the guy that got friend zoned.
Yeah, he got hard friend zone.
Yeah, for like half a season.
Yeah, and then he started dating a roommate,
Yeah.
like a weirdo.
Yeah.
Because he was like, if I date a roommate, I get to stay close.
Wait, hold up. That concept is interesting. That Lorelai is the problem.
No, she is.
She's a problem.
She is.
But there was someone in there that does piss me off because I
No.
mentioned it. No, hang on.
Because
Because I was watching.
Luke messes it up too. Because when his daughter comes, that is like he becomes the problem.
Yeah.
Because Lorelai is like,
100%.
I'm in, I'm 100% in, and then like his daughter shows up, and then he just shuts down.
challenge that
And
by saying that she was not 100% in. She was picking somebody that was safe and consistent, but people aren't that way. And she's the most inconsistent character.
'Cause
Max
she's written
Medina,
that way.
anybody else that she like dates or anything that's going on, even like where I'm at right now, where during the rewatch, she's supposed to marry Max Medina, and
Yeah,
everybody's
like season like 2 or 3.
like yeah, beginning to see like yeah. So everybody's like, oh, she can tell Luke, she can tell Luke, oh blah blah, and everybody goes to go look at her, right?
Yeah.
And then Luke is like, sure. And then challenges her on her thought process. It's like, when's the wedding? I don't know. I haven't said yes yet. So you don't know if you're getting married. Like, what are we having? Like, what conversation are we having? Like, why is she even like making a big deal about it? Why is the town making a big deal about it? And
Well,
Luke just,
because it's Lorelai. Lorelai is the perpetually always single, and she's perpetually always dating everybody.
Obviously,
Right.
yeah. Like Samantha having sex with everyone.
No, because Samantha.
no.
flaunts
If
it.
you're gonna bring Sex in the City in this bitch right
No.
now, I will challenge you.
She's a Carrie Bradshaw, if anything.
yeah, big fact.
She's
I like
She's
how I
facts.
baited them a little too
She's
hard.
Carrie Bradshaw in this.
Did you guys ever watch those ABC family shows like
Oh, yeah.
Switch
Kyle
at
XY.
Birth, Kyle XY? I
Oh, yeah,
love
Switch
Kyle
at
Kyle
Birth.
XY.
Kyle XY
Oh my
was-
god.
That was
Kyle
a
X-
rough
Dude,
one.
I
And the
love
idea of
Kyle
not having a
XY.
belly button freaked me the freak out.
No,
Sorry.
but that was such a good
I forgot.
show, though.
That one
real
was
quick before we
awesome.
move over. Andy decided to, or chose our costumes for this week or for this year. We're Luke, Lorelai, and Rory.
Well, you wear a lot of plaid, and you wear your hat backwards a lot, so it kind of makes sense.
You kind
Yeah,
of
so
already have it
Yeah.
on.
Honestly,
Right?
just-
Yeah.
That's just
you don't have
you.
the
You're
attitude,
halfway
though.
there,
You don't
yeah.
have the attitude, so I'm gonna tell you. Listen to
No,
like
yeah, he does.
a lot of
Well,
like.
he's got the look down right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, see, that's the look.
Yeah.
The look.
There you go.
You need more Gen X energy, you know. What I like about Luke in the early seasons is that he tells people not to eat his food because they're bad for him, that, like them, and it's not healthy, but he serves it anyways. You need to have that Gen X where it's kind of like, you know, like
He's my tailor. He's my tailor.
no way,
Who would he be?
huh? It gives me more Kirk energy.
I can live with Kirk.
Yeah, you're more Kirk energy.
No, because I don't think Nick would. Would you? It's that episode where he is trying to buy the house from underneath.
Oh
Luke.
yeah.
Would Nick do that?
No,
Buy the house from underneath you? Yes.
you would.
Save
As
money,
a joke,
but you're not doing it as a joke.
No.
I buy it, burn it down, and piss on the ashes.
See? Yeah, he would
He
do that.
mails the rest to you in an envelope. Here's
Taylor,
your house.
he's a conservationist. He wants to conserve
It's my
history
address.
and legacy.
Kirk?
No, Taylor.
Oh, Taylor. So Sean Taylor.
That's
Sean
his whole
Taylor.
thing. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
Wait.
he's trying to conserve history of Stars Hollow. He's like, we're gonna be out there. And,
Taylor also, but Taylor is also like this, like wants to be dictator. He's like a pseudo dictator of the town.
yeah,
Because like
because he's the dad of the town. If without him, it doesn't exist.
No one's ran against me at Stars Hollow.
well, yeah, and that's when you have was it Suki's husband ends up running against him, and then like he hates him.
Yeah,
And he hates
What's his name?
because Stars Hollow needs a dad, and Taylor is the dad.
She is mine.
He's the one who can adamantly say, no, we're not gonna do this, and
of
people are gonna listen.
Louisiana.
You're more of a Kirk.
100%.
I am
I
king.
can see that.
Kirk. Yeah.
I don't
You would
know
make your own
about this.
movie.
I forget what he was.
I would make my own movie.
Towards the end of that series, it was kind of.
What
mad.
it-
The
what
skills I have, the jobs I've done,
Seriously.
I'm
True
unstoppable.
Blood, yeah.
I'm
True
unstoppable.
Blood.
That is the worst part. Yeah, True Blood did kind of weird.
That's
towards
just
the end,
HBO.
When they added werewolves
the
and like
HBO
whatever witches or whatever, I was done.
It was
the
because
witches.
of-
Keep
I
it
don't
With
simple.
the witches.
Vampire blood,
Yeah.
heroin, horny makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
it was-
makes
no,
sense.
the only
But
I
reason
don't
then
mind the werewolves part.
the
'cause
fairies,
That's always a cool little.
The
but it's
fairies was a
Twilight.
big
War you
stretch.
could
But it was just
and
Twilight
then knowing
energy.
like
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
the Dracula of the series, like how he was always destined to be with her. I'm like, oh my god. Okay,
Throwing in another show in the
it
mix.
was
Ready?
so
Once Upon a
bad,
Time.
So bad. Never watched
Never
it.
watched it.
Really?
I just
Yeah.
read Fables instead.
I watched. Oh wait, no. Hold up. I just remembered
He's
one.
thinking.
Grimm.
Wait.
Grimm. Did anyone watch
Hey,
Grimm?
yo, Grimm was good.
I watched the
Grimm was
first
good.
like
Grimm.
3
Grimm was good.
episodes,
Solid.
and then I think I was.
It
Watching
lasted
other
2
stuff.
seasons.
And
Couldn't get into
So
I
what I
fell
liked
off
about
of
it, it came around the same time as Castle. I don't know if you guys remember Castle.
Yes.
So
love
when Castle was there and Grimm was out, I was like, this is like Castle, but with
You know what?
Supernatural.
animals and supernaturals.
you know
It's
what's
so
funny?
good.
Yeah.
I did not watch Castle at the time. I was watching like Bones.
Bones
I
is
was
never
good.
watching-
took to Bones.
I love it. Not only that, but also they just announced new season.
Stop. Shut your
New
mouth.
season of Bones.
Okay.
No.
So
Yeah.
backstory to all
Are
Are they
Yes,
bringing
yes.
back the Asian chick?
David Boreanaz and also what was it?
I'm listening.
What's her name?
Go ahead.
That played Bones.
Say the
That
name.
Played Brennan.
Come on.
She's coming
Say
back.
the name.
Eliza Dushku?
But is
Or-
the
No,
Asian
it's
chick
not Lasha.
coming back?
That's Buffy.
no, I don't remember.
Come on.
I don't remember who
Just say
played
it.
who played Bones.
What's her face?
Oh, that's Zoe Deschanel's sister.
Yeah, Emily.
Yeah.
Emily Deschanel.
Emily Deschanel.
Yeah. So for
They're
you,
both of them are confirmed to come back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Not
stuff.
only that, but also the series is going straight to streaming and it's gonna be dark.
yeah. I
Like
love it.
apparently it's gonna have like actual like
Grim tones.
like it's gonna have it's gonna go straight like Criminal Minds.
Okay, so backstory to me.
I'm into that.
When I first started going to college, I went for I don't know what I wanted, obviously, right? So like I went the whole like business thing. Ironically, I ended up owning a business, and then from there I went to like computer engineering, like electronic engineering, and I was like, that's not for me. Like it's just a little lazy. So I kind of moved on. I was young, right? So I moved on, and then I took anthropology. The reason why I took anthropology because I originally wanted to be Indiana Jones, but there's not a lot of money in
That
there.
belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
Like,
From anthropology,
you learn how to use a
cultural,
whip?
physical, and then let me to forensics, and I studied
you're
a
just
lot of
assigned as a
forensics, and that's kind of what I specialized in. And it kind of helped me out later because I started doing stuff like for the government, etc.
I don't know why when you say that it just reminds me of the Clerks line, where he's like, "Oh, what were we doing? We were studying we were doing what was it? Forensics and fingerprinting. Who are we trying to be? Batman and Robin?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Like what were we gonna do with that?
Yeah. So to this day, forensic anthropology is still like something I specialize in. It's one of my biggest interests, and I would watch bones, and similar to how people would watch House and try and figure out what the disease was.
yeah.
I was
Always trying
in
to
the
figure it
same
out.
channels with other forensic anthropologists to try and figure it out ahead of time.
I
And
don't
then it
know-
got kind of weird and dramatic at the end, like after season 3, and we kind of like fell off. But the fact that Bones is coming back, I'm super excited, and I want to see if they keep it pretty close to forensics.
team. I want
And
the
if they
team
keep
back.
up with all the updates that's happened since then.
Yes.
Like the stuff with veins. You guys know what's going on with veins?
No. what's
So,
going on?
so there was a trigger warning. There was a child, a young girl, and she was complaining about somebody coming into her room in the middle of the night. Complained to her mom. Her mom put a camera on there. The camera has the whole like infrared night sensor, whatever, right? And you can see an arm doing, unsavory things.
Unsavory,
You know what
inappropriate
you-
thing.
you know what
Inappropriate
You
things,
know,
yeah.
you know what?
But the veins in your arms are similar to your fingerprints. So they were to find out who the veins on the arms belong to.
Really?
Yeah. So now that's like a newer thing where they're now doing peer review and checking where if they're using the night vision and stuff like that and they can see the black lines on the veins in the arm when they're doing stuff, it's similar to a fingerprint, right?
But that would mean that you would have to enhance the tech that would be able to read or register infrared.
That
Well,
would
we live-
be just thermal imaging.
Yeah,
at
No,
that point.
because thermal imaging can just detect like the different
no,
temperatures.
You
of your
don't
body.
know. You don't know.
But,
There's
like,
there's thermal imaging
but
thermometers.
that detailed.
I know,
can-
but-
I'll,
but
I'll
also-
send you the talk. Like
Yeah,
I'll send you
yeah.
the talk, and it's really good and interesting.
But also remember, your veins are hotter than everything else.
Yeah.
Because it actually is carrying the
But
blood.
you know when you do the infrared lighting, like on that camera,
Yeah.
when the lights turn off and they turn on
Yeah,
red,
the red.
Yeah.
so your veins come out black.
That makes sense.
right? So you can start figuring stuff out. So stuff like that. There's been a lot more research when it comes to indigenous populations of the Americas. So like, for example, if something happened to you, be all like, oh, this guy's predominantly like Anglo, right? He's like European. But now we know more about like the skeletal structure of the skull and the body, where we say actually he's kind of mixed with more of the haplogroup O or whatever's, where you can say, oh, he's mix of European and like indigenous Americas. He's more likely American or like Central American. And the dentition comes a big part of it and stuff like that. So all these advances that happen since Bones, I'm very curious if they're going to add it in there.
Well, because it's been like, what, 15
I would hope so.
years?
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious and
Like-
stuff like that, right? Because
No,
at the time, we weren't really there.
Well, not only that, but also like the tech that they were talking about that like was in Bones of like, oh yeah, we're gonna do like this like graphical blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is theoretical.
No,
People
but
have
they
been-
have.
That's
to,
how I
they-
feel about Silicon Valley.
I know, but the thing is that a lot of that technology
Yes and
was
no.
a lot of that technology was like it was in
cloud.
the infancy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Like
what I
we
mean
knew,
by yes or
like
no.
they knew where they wanted to go with it, and they
Yeah.
were like, okay, cool. The technology's in the infancy. We can project where it's going to be in 10 years.
Right.
What I mean by yes or no to your statement was that Silicon Valley does smart talk when it tries to integrate like real life situations into its
True.
comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's very much like we're going to talk about coding, like when they hire the cleaver to write the code.
Yeah.
Like everything he's saying is true,
True.
to when it comes to coding, but it's very comical.
He
Whereas
ended up
Bones-
crashing
yeah,
the whole
whereas
AT&T
Bones,
network.
What it did really well, and I know what you're talking about, is that when it talked about the forensics, when they had the actual like skeleton of the victim like laid out, they had a good 5 to 6, 7 minutes of
That was
conversation.
Fox, right?
That was Fox.
They also
And
did
would have,
Lie to
like,
Me,
6
which
to
I
7
feel
minutes
is
of
on part of
actual-
that.
Honestly,
Lie to Me was-
I want Lie to Me to come
I
back.
want that one to come back.
'Cause
That,
Lie to Me
that
was
one, that
good.
was my. I never watched Bones because I was watching Lie to Me.
But they're on the
much
same
later,
network.
like in
Bones, here's a good
2000.
example of it.
But they were on the
Bones
same
is
network.
They were.
Different nights.
Well, I want to hear.
Bones is
I
like,
would just end up watching Lie to Me.
Well, I
and
want to hear what
watch
Bryan has to
Tim
say.
Robbins,
He's
yeah.
talking about Bones. I love Bones.
Oh,
Bones.
Murder.
Bones.
chicken bone, finger bone.
When it
Bones,
talks about
Bones.
the forensic parts of it, it feels like it's Gilmore Girling the
What?
conversation.
Hold on, wait.
Whoa.
Because- no.
Plot twist.
Because-
Gilmore Girls, Bones, same.
No,
per
because
Brian.
think about like how
Same,
Gilmore
same.
Girls
Same.
talks in its conversation with its characters. It's
Yeah.
very fast paced. It
Right.
doesn't feel natural.
different.
But in Bones, it works because when they talk about the forensics and when they talk about the evidence that they have laid out in front of them, they spend a good 5 to 6 minutes having that conversation of like, well, you know what, the bones are laid out a specific way, and then the finger over here shows that it was contorted a certain way, and this is why the victim died this other way, and maybe
But they
suffocated.
breathe.
Yeah,
They
but
don't breathe, and it's like that's
it's because so in the
them.
show it explains that they're like the best of the best to even
Yes.
be there.
Because
So they have-
Jeffersonian.
best.
Yeah,
the
so they
best,
have to
the
like
best, sir.
really jump
With
into
honor,
it,
sir.
right? So
Well, they just assume everybody in the room knows what they're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah.
So
Like House.
I'll give you.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll give you
Yeah.
an
Same
example.
with
I'll give you an example of one of my
Exactly.
exams, right? So like we're sitting in a group.
Fox.
We're given a skull. In that skull, we have to find age, sex, ancestry, and cause of death.
Okay.
And the part that really confused us was the cause of death.
Yeah, because how could you, if you only have the skull to work off of, how are you going to be able
Oh,
to
you can find all kinds of things, even through cartilage. I can find out. We not me, but like we can find out.
When
like
you
your-
say skull, I'm thinking of a naked skull, no tissue,
Yeah.
nothing. It's
Yeah.
just.
So here's
the-
an
the
example.
skull
Can I
itself.
actually predict it real
Okay.
quick to see if like maybe I can kind of
Go for
understand it? So if like a victim has some sort of blunt force trauma that's not in the head, depending on the blood flow, the skull can expand if the brain is receiving more blood than usual or something like that. Like
It
What if it's
depends
a
'cause-
gunshot wound? Because then at that point,
So
how do you
it was
tell
a
if it's
gunshot wound. The entrance was in the back of the skull
Uh-huh.
with no exit.
Oh, so it was
So the
one of
ball-
the eye
so the-
cavity. It was either through the eye cavity
Nope.
or it came
This-
out through the jaw, or the sorry,
Bullet
the
was
mouth.
inside.
So it took us a while to kind of figure out.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw a chip on the mandible, right at the lower part.
So it went directly down underneath the jaw, like this area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that happen?
He was above.
Suicide, not executioner style, behind.
That's
Top.
correct. So I I assumed or I guessed, right? Because we were having like a little moment trying to figure out because it was part of an exam. I said he was probably on his knees, hands behind his head, and they shot between here, and they came up to the lower mandible, so there's no exit. We saw a little chip. In these exams, they give you the case files after, right? So like you kind of see it, and that's one of the things that we kind of figured out that's correct, right? I had a
need
whole
to
like
watch
Bones
Bones.
moment where I'm
I
just
need to
like
watch
everybody's
Bones.
arguing about like maybe it wasn't a gunshot, maybe it was a blunt force trauma,
Ice pick.
or maybe it's like an ice pick or a screwdriver or something, but with massive amount of force to have like an entry that's like similar to a gunshot wound, but with no exit.
Yeah.
But how would you be able to get from this back position of your head? And then like what exit wound, right?
Yeah.
Were
So
you able
like
to tell the distance from the barrel to the skull by like how fractured
no, just like from the barrel
skull was?
out, like
Just-
the
okay.
distance of the barrels.
The tissue would tell you more of that because then
No,
you have-
again, I'm just
Yeah.
going off the
Yeah,
base
but
of
you
it's
collect
a
that. You
naked
collect that
skull.
information before you boil it and bleach. That's like a whole other
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's like a
But
whole
the
other thing.
tissue would tell you more about like how far it was because then
Yeah.
from the muzzle burn.
Yeah.
Because
Well-
if it burned the skin, that means that the
Yeah, but
muzzle-
usually
I'm
in
thinking
forensics,
of
you
a
don't find
bare
out until
naked
like way
skull.
after.
Yeah.
Like my biggest interest when it comes to forensics is like cartilage, because you find out like diet and like exercise in terms of what do you do for work, right? So like if your cartilage, like tennis elbow, like
Yeah.
what that cartilage looks like when it comes to like your elbow and stuff like that. So I'm kind of curious where bones is going to be in the future.
Well, that's what I mean,
If they're
though,
going
is
to be like
'cause-
fringe cutting edge of forensic anthropology, or they're just going to give you like the
Well,
more.
and that's the thing though is that it's like it's 15 years later. They're saying that it's going to be darker, like a darker tone to bones. It says it's
Ooh,
going
if
to.
it's
But
more
the
like
question
Dexter,
that-
then
I
But
think
well,
it-
because
like a-
the
like
thing
a
is that
Dexter
what
kinda
they were
take.
what they were saying is that it's going to reveal secrets that both of them did not know and reveal secrets that they
So
did not.
I
want
think
to
that's
share.
what you're trying to get to. Is that are you going to focus more on the drama or are you going to focus more?
That
on
was the thing, though,
forensics?
is that Bones was always a happy medium of the two. Like there
And
was
it
always
worked,
there
yeah.
was. That's the reason why the show worked so well.
I got it. The daughter, serial killer.
Oh, Bones.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Well,
yeah,
no,
they-
she.
they're
Which
better.
just say that she's the new apprentice.
yeah. The new apprentice. That makes sense.
She's
The
the new
daughter is a
apprentice.
new apprentice. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
from,
she is the
um,
murderer.
No, because so
the
remember when
Because she was born like what 2002,
2002, 2003.
Yeah,
so
so
she'd
she's
be like in
like
her 20s.
in her
They do a
20s.
crossover with Dexter.
No, because Dexter sucks.
Well, I've been
Dexter-
hearing some positive things about the newest season
Oh,
of
it-
Dexter,
Oh,
like how they're
Lord.
kind of
It
like
got-
I liked it when
got-
Dexter was horny,
it
and I
got
wish they
canned.
brought that
Yeah.
back.
They
For his
canned it
sister?
now.
they did
For
Oh
Dexter,
my
they're not moving
goodness.
forward.
No,
Oh
when
my
Dexter would like
After seeing all
murder
those
somebody,
clips, I was
Showtime
like,
has
oh, you
he'd
know
like
what?
have
I'm
sex
gonna
with his
watch
Paramount
it.
girlfriend.
decided to put it on the shelf. They're like,
Listen,
we're not going to do anything.
Here's the
with it.
thing, though. Dexter has had so many hits and misses.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, if he would have just died, or you would have just stayed with the original series and just left him alone, that would have been great.
Yeah,
It's very
Yeah.
much. It's
Just-
kind of like
just
this-
leave it there.
It's kind of like if at the end of Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
they just kept bringing back Walter for new seasons. And like they were like, oh, he didn't die, but now he's in, Tampa, Florida.
You hear of him, but you never see him.
Yeah.
What really hurt Dexter the show after the original series was the plot thread, the loose end of Harrison, his son. So in New Blood, they try to explain like, okay, it's been years. It's been like maybe like 15 years now. He would be a teenager by now. He's been in hiding, but then Harrison just finds him because he hears that his dad's around and stuff. So he ends up finding him and stuff. And then it's just this constant kind of just like Dexter is not trying to be a serial killer because he has a son now, but his son has that drive. They never go any further than that.
But I
and
feel
stuff
like
that.
I feel like the Dexter shows became the Hannibal show.
Yeah.
Like when they had the Hannibal's
But the
Hannibal
Hannibal show
origin,
was so good.
Hannibal was so
So
the
good.
Hannibal Origins one,
Nah,
where like
you can't even compare them.
But no. But I feel like that was the vibe that they were trying to get when like you were trying to go like young Dexter, and you were trying to see his like origins and everything like
Yeah.
that. Where it's like, how exactly did he become a serial
Okay,
killer?
I can see that because I'm like Hannibal was not so much on Hannibal; it was the detective.
It was
The-
episodic, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
which-
but
well, yeah.
no. That's not what I'm
Hannibal
talking
was
about.
so
I'm-
good.
No. That's not what I'm talking about though. I'm talking about Hannibal Origins. There was an
Oh.
actual TV show about Hannibal Lecter growing up.
I thought
with
that
his
was a
mom.
movie.
No, they made
No,
a
that was
show.
a TV show.
I thought we were
Hannibal
talking about-
Rising.
Yeah, it was
is the
Hannibal
Oh,
Rising
yeah,
was
that's
the TV show, and then there was
I thought
there
we
was
were
the
talking
movie,
about
and then there was an actual
what's
like,
his name?
Who?
The
Edward Norton.
No, he played Hannibal in Hannibal.
Anthony
Oh,
Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins.
Or
No.
the
Oh,
No,
no,
the German
TV
actor, the one with the
Oh.
cool scar on his face.
Yeah.
He's in all the Kojima games.
Yeah, Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Yes.
something Madison.
Hold
on.
Mad
hold on.
Mixel. Mad Mixel.
Mad. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
Mad
go.
There you go.
Mickelson.
Did you ever watch Fringe?
No.
First of all,
What about you?
I
took to it.
was
Eureka.
obsessed with
I
Fringe.
wanted to. I couldn't watch
I
it.
saw
I-
Fringe. I
I
saw
never
so
got
into
in.
the series.
I
that's
watched
why.
I watched half a season of Fringe, and then I went, I could just be watching.
Fringe was good up until the Mirror season, where they went into the other dimension.
I got
when
honestly,
they did the
no.
reboot, when they started redoing the same things from season 1, but in a fresh take, and I was like, no, stop.
I just thought it was a weirder X-Files. That's all it was.
That's what it
but
felt
that's what
like,
it was. It
because-
was a new X Files.
No, the thing was is that when I was working at the first store when that show was coming on, I would just get like the really eccentric people that would be really into that show, and they'd be like telling me like all these like nifty little things. If you really look at it, they're like hinting at certain things that's gonna happen, or like, oh yeah, this episode explains this, but then that's gonna be something blah blah blah. And then the comic came out. I remember when the comic came out, it was coherent with the show, and it still gave you secrets and details that were happening and stuff like that. And I was just like, I don't want to do all that. That sounds like research.
Here's the thing that I didn't like
Sounds
about
like an
Fringe.
ARG.
No, the thing I
Well,
didn't
they
like.
had every time they cut to commercial, they would have an image, an X-ray image of something that apparently tied into
I know,
Oh,
but
that's
but-
cool.
that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about,
yeah, that's
I-
totally
hold on,
ARG.
but-
Wait, what's
but
next
no,
thing? What's
awesome.
next thing?
Hold on, but for Fringe, the reason I feel like it didn't work is the same reason why Lost doesn't work, because Lost and Fringe are both done by J.J. Abrams
And Heroes, right?
and Heroes as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I feel like they both don't work because he structures it on the mystery box.
Yeah.
He does
We
both
talked
on the
the
about
mystery
MacGuffin.
box.
It's always a
Yeah.
MacGuffin with him.
It's always a MacGuffin.
It's a MacGuffin.
And,
Yeah.
and the problem with Fringe is that he never knows what the MacGuffin is, and then he likes to say, "I know what it is. Don't
Yeah.
worry." And then like he's 3 seasons in, and he goes, "What the hell was the MacGuffin?"
Yeah. What did I
Okay,
say?
so I have a hot take on
What was I
that.
talking about
I
again?
have a
Yeah.
hot take on that, right? They all try to capture what X Files did, but they can't do it because they're missing one secret sauce.
Scully.
No, it's the satire.
Yes,
X Files
sure.
was built on a lot of satire of the conspiracy theories of the time.
Yeah.
I love
That Fringe kind of benefit, like it's like, oh, this is what's going on. This is Rey Mysterio. His powers are based on this. This is Fringe science, and you're kind of like, okay, but it's no satirical. Like, is this funny or not?
Satirical or relevancy then?
No,
at that
because
point?
the amount of times that like Mulder and Scully died or became something else,
Yeah.
or the amount of times they've seen aliens in person running around them,
And
and then
Molly-
the next
or-
episode, like not as
Scully.
if it never even happened.
Yeah. I mean, mind you, we also had a whole movie explaining that as well, the X-Files movie.
No, but
And yet
but he's right though.
Did we get
'cause
3
the thing-
movies or 2 movies?
2.
I
There's 2.
know I've only seen just the one.
Did
I
you see
haven't
the new season?
I
It
did.
was freaking hilarious.
It
I got from
was.
that.
So I
because
was
that's
like-
what it is. It's hilarious.
But the thing
like,
is,
dude,
Mulder
you
and Scully
have
become
you have them-
vampires, and
Wait,
like the
I-
old,
whoa,
in one of the
whoa.
older
I would-
like seasons, like
They
episode.
become. It ends with them becoming vampires.
in one of the episodes, they end up with them becoming
Oh.
vampires.
I feel
But the
How
next
is
episode,
this-
I just have nothing
I-
ever
I
happened.
is,
think
is
the-
this where the aliens are invading Earth
kind of.
and they're on the bridge
Yeah.
and Mulder looks up and then it's like
I personally
nothing?
feel the best episode of X Files is
Smoking
the
man.
cops episode.
the witch.
Oh
one?
yeah.
The cops episode
Oh.
is by far the best episode.
Okay, so I got a
of
story about
X-Files.
that. So I was in 9th grade.
Have you ever seen that episode?
trying to remember.
You learn
that.
how to touch
Hear me
yourself?
out. Hear me out. I was in 9th grade. My older brother is 13 years older than me, and I found one of his VHS tapes,
Oh.
and it was
The
Corn.
and many years had passed
It was
by,
Nilote.
and I had forgotten about this VHS. I shared with all my friends because I was in 4th grade, and I was like, "Oh, let's share this."
As you do.
And I was like, "Oh, vintage fab. Let's give it a shot."
Vintage fat.
Yeah.
So I put it in,
Hey, it's a classic.
and halfway through,
maybe.
it was that episode with cops with the bug Mothman thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know if this does it for me like I used to do when I was like younger. And then just all like, bad boys. What you? I was like, is this an episode of Cops? And I was like, oh my god, it's the X-Files.
X-Files.
I recorded it over.
It's even better.
I needed like a tape, and I was like, I guess I was just like, I need a tape. And I grabbed Backdoor Sluts 9, and I threw that bitch in there, and I started just hitting record, and I was like, oh. And then later, I was just kind of
That-
like, greatest episode.
That's why I'm saying the cops
greatest
episode,
episode. So
because
good.
it is not filmed like an X Files episode.
It's filmed like a Cops episode.
filmed like a cops
So
episode.
I love when
good.
shows
And-
do that.
and all the-
Whenever a show does that, it's always done well.
and it's all
I feel.
body cam footage.
It is.
It's all
It
done
is.
with body cam
when they
footage.
find that
and-
like the husk body on sitting
Yeah.
on the lazy chair, whatever, forever freaked me out, and they're just like running for their lives.
yeah,
It's
because
so
it's
good.
all body cam footage, and then it's also a camera guy, like cops. So like you see like Mulder and Scully, and like you see a camera like right in their face, and then you're like, get that camera out of my face. And it's just like, and they're both trying to explain what is happening, and like nobody believes them.
cops
And
are
it's-
like, nah, you're
and
crazy.
and it's a full-on episode of Cops, and even the commercial breaks ended like an episode
It
of
was so
Cops,
good. It's
where it would
super
then
good.
show like the Cops logo, and then it, like
Yeah.
when it would come back, it would be like, "What you gonna do?" And it was like, that is sick.
Yeah.
Time
That-
to find that episode.
So
I don't
X-Files
know-
is very meta, and I
Yeah,
like that.
Find it.
yeah.
I don't know who in the writers' room was like, genius idea.
Are
Joss
there
Whedon.
any shows that like actually capture that magic? Because like I think about a lot of the old shows that we grew up. Like if we're talking about Bones, we're talking about Castle, we're talking about Heroes, we're talking about
House.
Fringe, X, House.
What
all
era
this-
of television are you also
like
talking
it's
about?
like
Because there's
early-
No,
like,
that's
2000s.
expansive. Like those were like early 2000s. Like the shows that I grew up
That's
into.
like
Like
19. That's like 1998 all the way to like 2007.
yeah, but I grew up
2008.
like I grew up with that. I even grew up with like Knight Rider with David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Like it's great. Like none of these shows
like
that I'm
the
watching
90s
are like
outer
capturing that
limits.
essence,
Mr.
that
Feeney.
kind of like that like that magic. Because like X-Files was great. Twin Peaks was
was
great
Yes.
too. Yeah.
was
rest in
kid-
peace, Richard
he
Linklater,
was.
dude.
You
Twin
know,
Peaks.
Speaking about J.J. Abrams, there was another show that he did for one season that was on the Amazon River, and it was a mystery. I think it was called The River.
See, the problem is that.
Does
okay,
anybody know that show?
I know, but here's the thing though. Like when Ryan Johnson makes a mystery, like a mystery TV show or a mystery movie, he knows what the end is, so he can write towards that ending.
There's a
Yeah.
great show.
J.J. Abrams has no idea.
There's a great episode on the Guild Directors of America or something like that, a podcast where they interview Ryan Johnson on how he writes his his
mysteries?
what is it called, the Knives Out mysteries.
Yeah.
Apparently, he has an entire notebook
Yes.
of how he outlines everything and how the connections are made.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Storyboarding's important.
Storyboards in a freaking notebook.
I feel like that's what really could make or break a good movie,
Yeah.
series.
Like I want to watch Wake Up Dead
just,
Man.
Just anything in between,
I wanna
having a good
watch
outline.
Wake Up Dead Man. I'm interested in that one.
Dead Man.
100%. Yeah.
But that's what I mean though, is that I don't feel like a lot of TV shows do that per se nowadays.
TV's different.
TV
What
is
people
vastly
what
different.
people want to watch is much different than it was
True, because also
6 years ago.
because also reality TV also wasn't so popular back then.
Yeah,
You did
Big
not have
time.
reality TV. You
you
the-
probably had like just Big Brother.
you have
on-
a lot of
like,
you have a
back
lot
in
of
the early
shows.
90s.
You have a lot of E shows.
Yeah.
Maybe American Idol.
There was
You think there's
another-
a lack of competition? Is that what it is? Like before you
Lack
had a
of
time slot,
creativity.
right? You had a time slot.
Yeah.
You're saying like, all right, I got Thursday, 8 p.m. I
How am I
gotta
gonna get
make it
people?
count. I
Networks
gotta
were
make
also
it count.
more diverse too. There were a lot more other networks that people, also private networks that people
Yeah.
could televise in their neighborhood.
You had to
Now
run risks,
everybody, every station is owned by like 3 or 4
that's the thing, though, is that
main
when you have a
like
stream-
companies.
Because that's the thing though, when you have streaming services, that's like the biggest thing. Because
Yeah.
when everything was on at the same, that's why
The Wonder
we
Years
couldn't.
took
That's
so
why
long.
we all couldn't watch the
one.
same things.
Yeah.
Because certain shows were on at the same time, and you're like, I got to make a choice.
That too.
I've got to make a choice.
That's why they had TV guides.
That's yeah.
That's
exactly.
right.
I had
TV guides.
I would buy
I-
TV guides
I-
at Food for
Bring
Less.
back TV guides
They
2026.
still have them. They're still around, dude.
platform you're running on?
But that's the.
Huh?
Is that the platform you're gonna run on?
Oh, everything but Sirius XM.
But that's, but that's the thing though, is that you had to program against somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the world of streaming, it's like we don't necessarily. It doesn't need to be good.
It needs to be bingeable, but now they're kind of moving away from being able to binge a show.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
look
It's
at-
weekly releases
Yeah,
now,
because-
Yeah,
right? It's the
'cause look
same
at-
Even for
thing.
shows that don't need it, where you
But-
need to release it in a binging session
Hey, by
because
the way,
it doesn't work.
did you guys all remember that next month, Cobra Kai comes out? Because
No.
I didn't remember that.
No.
I stopped watching after the first
The
season.
last season of the last half a season of sixth season
That too.
comes out next month.
We talked
Stranger
about it. We
Things
talked
comes
about
out
it
next
2
month.
issues
Wait,
ago.
Cobra
Yeah,
Kai's done.
Stranger
No,
Things is going to take
there's one more
years to
half.
finish.
It's
I
in
thought
November.
Stranger Things they were all
Cobra
dead.
Kai?
Yes, there was
I
one.
don't know.
There's one
I
more
think they're all
part of it.
dead.
But also, Demon Slayer is going to be doing like even anime does this.
Don't
now.
talk about Demon
No,
Slayer.
I was
No,
pretty sure there's
Demon
one more.
Slayer.
I'm gonna smack you.
It's going to
was
take
in
how
November.
long?
3
And we're
years.
going to have how many movies?
3 years, 2 years.
I'm sorry, that's
3 years,
bullshit.
three
That's
movies.
that is ridiculous.
no, honestly,
when
I-
like how media has evolved and
Yeah.
how we can want to consume it to a period of like we want it now.
But they just read it.
know,
It ended
and
like
then
5
they
years
just
ago.
blue
But that-
ball
but-
you.
but-
Demon Slayer ended like 3 years
know,
ago.
but
yeah,
that's the- but that's the
and
thing,
now we
though,
got
is
the
that-
movie, and now it's going to take another 3 years. It's
Yeah.
honestly, Attack on Titan set the standard for anime to start doing this because honestly,
Attack on Titan wasn't even all that good.
no, it wasn't. But the fact that they were edging people for
Attack on
so
Titan's
long
mid-best.
for another season, a half season to the next season,
Yeah.
they were just edging people, and they saw how marketable that was. That every other anime is now like adapting this outline of being released, and it sucks.
The end
It
of
sucks.
The end of Attack on Titan.
I hate it.
Is terrible, and it's just as bad in the manga.
Yeah,
And people waited years for it, man.
And people waited years.
Yeah.
Like I
My
remember-
Hero is now out, which is awesome.
Yeah,
And it's only going to be what? How
it's
many
very
episodes
good right
until
now.
you need
It's
to
very
wait
good
another
right now.
2 years
My Hero's
for
very good
that
right now.
story arc to wrap up?
well, they're on episode 4 right now.
Of how
and
many for the season,
15.
but how long is it going to be released?
It's gonna be 15 with like 3 epilogues, I think. Because
Milking.
No. Because the reason being because they could combine it into one epilogue. Because once the show ended, the creator then came out with minis.
Yeah.
That would like be like, oh, this is what's happening with these characters. This
Yeah,
is
they
what's
did that with the
happening-
Invisible Girl. They recently animated her in the show. I forget her name.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Invisible Girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Invisigal.
that's the thing though, is that you should have done that. I think Stranger Things should have become a movie. I think
That
that
would
would
have been better.
That would have been awesome because then you would have then gone straight into it. But also, but there's also like there's pros and cons to that because in a movie you wouldn't be able to have the same depth that you do.
You
inside
have a
of
more
show.
you have a bigger production. You have a bigger set date. You're not as limited for television where essentially we need to spend $300 million on the series production for the season when we can put $150 million into it, and it actually ties everything perfectly, and the production quality's
I would,
even
I would,
better.
I would argue that it makes making a movie makes it count, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to have like fuller scenes or
Yeah.
like
But-
drawn out like
but the
episodes.
thing is that it also depends too. Like even Sylvester Stallone had mentioned it too, where he was like, "Now that I'm doing television, like doing Tulsa King, like there are
super good by the
super
way.
good. It's on the fourth.
Super
It's on their
good.
4th season, and he goes, Tulsa King is longer than all the Rockies. Like literally,
Yeah.
all the Rockies. If you were to slam them all together, I would still be making Tulsa King because.
But that's
it's-
television.
but-
You know,
and-
it's a different format.
But he even said too, and that was a great point that he had made, was the idea was that in Tulsa King I can actually grow the character,
Yeah.
whereas in like the Rocky movies or Rambo or any of these other 2-hour movies, it's a little bit of
24-hour span.
It's a
normally.
little bit of a character development. It's 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I have to get to blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
This is my motivation, and then get to the action.
TV series, they can actually go like generations.
They
can
can.
they can
Look at Doctor
expand
Who.
generation.
No.
No.
You know what?
I mean like my kid is now been featured in the show, and now the show is slightly revolving around that character
Right.
in the sense where it's generational, like
The passing of the torch.
Hang on.
exactly within
on.
the series.
What's going on, Brian?
All right, so I got it because you guys mentioned like the growth of a character in a television series, right? One of my favorite shows of all time, 24.
Yes.
24, I think, is like when we talk about
No,
like
man, I hated that show. I hated that
Run,
show.
run, Noel.
I
Run for
hated
the
that
love of God,
show.
run.
It was like
I really love that show.
It was
And,
mid?
and
Was
that's
it
the
mid?
episode, guys.
What
Was
about
it
it?
mid?
What about it? Did you not like? Is it the Chloe? Was it too many Chloes?
Was it Kiefer Sutherland?
it was
It was Kiefer Sutherland.
it was more like there was no real reason for me to really watch it. It's like there's 24 hours, 24 episodes. Who would have thought? And then everybody kind of interconnected. So like you would have to watch like week by week to see
Yes.
how everybody like interconnects. And I was just all like, yo, I can't like if I miss a week, I'm like screwed.
Yes.
But if you watch like Prison Break, it's like recap every other episode. I'm like, all right,
You need flashbacks.
you do need flashback, but you can't do that in
Most shows
24.
No,
Time.
no, unfortunately
you
you
can't.
can't.
It's like you
Doesn't work.
drop the ball, the bomb goes off, and you die. It's
Yeah.
it's too much pressure.
Then don't tune
okay.
off. You can't tune away.
Yeah.
I remember
TV guide. That's why we made him.
Yeah, TV
All
guide.
right, make time in your schedule.
I remember one time an episode of 24 was airing and the power went out and me and my family were freaking out.
Yeah, the
I'm
bomb's
like,
gonna go off. You're all gonna
Missed an
die.
episode.
Yeah, like,
especially
you-
in the final season.
Oh, you can't miss an
Spoiler
episode.
alert: when Jack Bauer is the actual terrorist, but he's not. He's
Yeah.
trying to save America.
He's a sleeper
Dude,
agent.
you could
No,
not
he's not a
miss an
sleeper.
episode. No, it wasn't. He was being framed.
Yeah, he
dude, it
was.
was so
Oh,
freaking
okay.
good.
Yeah, it was one of those things of like, oh, Jack Bauer has finally.
Noel's
turned
So it's
So
shooter.
uninterested.
So it's shooter.
No,
is-
it
is
was
the idea of
literally
shooting. No, it
the
is.
entire episode revolved around a terrorist that was going to assassinate the president. And there was
Shooter.
a really great season
100%
arc
shoot. It's the plot line of Shooter.
where the freaking terrorist gets counter sniped by Kiefer Sutherland, and it's so good. But somehow,
once again, the plot of terror. Of
so
Shooter.
good. And then somehow the terrorist organization flips it so they think it's Jack Bauer. So then the organization is like, oh, he
CTU?
flipped on us. And
Yeah,
you're like,
CTU.
oh, and he's running away. Dude, the freaking series
But it did
ends
my
so
job.
great because it's the satellite looking at Jack Bauer.
did what
And
you
Jack
asked
Bauer
me.
goes like,
And then they did multiple
Why are you reading
seasons.
words?
no, it
And
ended
then
that
they
way.
did
We don't count
multiple
about, we don't
seasons.
talk about whatever that day, whatever when it's in
Oh,
London.
20, like that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. That ending, goated.
Which is a
That
movie
is-
with
that
the
is
with the
goated.
bus and the
You
bomb.
know what else is goaded?
Speed 24 same. But Speed a lot shorter.
There's
not
a character
wrong.
named Jack.
You're not wrong.
There's two characters named Jack.
100%. If Jack Bauer was trapped on a bus, it's Speed.
Yes.
Like, honestly,
It's Speed.
Yes.
So before we talk,
I can't be like, oh no, it's not. Yeah, it is.
So we got to, we're talking about Speedy,
Speedy
not
Gonzalez?
Speedy Gonzalez?
But Sean, what did you want to say?
You know what else is goaded?
What's goaded?
Noel's store is goaded.
That's true. But before we talk about Noel's
Yeah.
store, we can cut to our ad break real quick.
Oh yeah, Dubby.
Yeah. Dubby, cut to the break.
Man, it's been a hell of a week.
God, I know I'm so tired.
I think Rene's getting ready for us.
Damn, he's really shaking one out.
He's pushing that punch.
Ooh, I hope it's Calio creamy.
The secret is to never stop shaking. Okay.
Caffeine from whole coffee fruit extract, no calories, no sugar. Dubby. Use code KEEPUPNERD for 10% off all orders. And we're back. We're an hour into the show.
Which one was
talking
it?
about-
Which ad did you guys see? Let us know in the
There's a
comments.
secret ad.
Because we got two, right? Is it two that we have, or is it
Literally
three?
two, yeah.
So, so in the comments, tell me, was it A or B?
Or C.
They
Use
don't
code
know
KEEPUPNERD
which one
for
would be
10%
A
off.
or B.
W.GG.
I'm not gonna tell them which one's
I
A
know
or
which
I
one
B.
was gonna say. I was like,
It's gonna be A. No, we got B. It's just like it just starts an
It was
argument.
A.
I'm
no,
not
it
giving
was
any
B.
context to
Okay,
which
it was
one's
B. No,
which.
okay. Like, just keep switching.
Where are your comic minutes? You got
Oh,
minutes?
comic strips?
Comic strips, yeah.
Comic
Oh,
strips.
comic
strips
Portion
today?
of the show we don't
Huh?
That was a
dance.
group vote. That
We
was
haven't done them in a while.
You haven't done them in a while?
No.
You would
kinda curious where they
know
went.
if
Yeah,
you
I
started
watch
watching
'em.
season 5.
Nah, I've been watching.
I know.
No, we stopped doing it halfway through season 4.
Yeah,
Or year
because
Oh, yeah.
it bogged everything down.
Here's the
and
thing.
like that.
I'm gonna be
It's-
honest
it-
with
it-
you. Do you
it hurts
guys-
a
Our
little.
what do you-
audience,
I
our
don't
audience,
know.
as much as I love them, they're weird because half the audience is like, "Dude, I love comic strips. Why did you guys take it away? It was so great to listen to all the news." The other half, "Well, you guys took too long to get to the main topic," and it's like, "Well, what do you want?" "Oh, I love it when you guys are chaotic. I hate it when you guys are chaotic." I don't know what you guys want.
you
And then
guys
we
are too much in
do
this
Yeah.
week's
the main
episode.
topic, like the movie review, like we did for Jurassic
World,
World. Was it
Dominion.
Dominion? Or
Yes.
No,
yeah,
it was Rebirth.
no,
Or
Rebirth.
Rebirth.
And we put that one right in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, for I forgot what other movie trailers
actually
we
need to watch
what
that.
other movies
It's
we
on-
watched
it's
that
on-
we were
It's
putting
on
it right in the
Paramount
beginning.
now. Rebirth is on Paramount.
Oh, okay.
I heard Primal
So
War is
if-
actually pretty
If
good
we want to
compared
talk
to
about comic
that
strips,
one.
let's get into this small topic. So,
We don't
Noel,
want to talk about.
you own a card shop. You're in
Yeah.
Uptown Whittier.
I do.
You run PrimeTime Collectibles,
I
as
do.
I mentioned earlier here. You have been at Santa Fe Springs Art Festival 3 years in a row. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years in a
Looking
row.
for a third.
Looking for a third.
Have you ever thought about cosplaying as Krillin?
I have.
It's too tall.
Hmm?
You're too tall.
What do you mean?
It can still be Krillin.
Can
He
be
could be
Krillin.
Krillin.
But you got to
You're a heightus.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
You know
Height-
what?
height-
You tell him,
height-
Sean.
height
Yeah,
matters
you
to
tell
this
him.
What?
guy,
He's,
yeah.
you know what? Forget Bryan. You should be Piccolo.
be Piccolo.
No.
Be Piccolo.
Tien. I want to be Tien.
No.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that is gonna be. Oh wait, no.
Noel, be Piccolo, and then I could be Goku, and then die, and you can take care of MJ.
How about I'm Piccolo,
Or
you're
MJ's
Gohan,
Pam,
and
I'll
you're
be
my
Gohan.
son?
That's not how
You
that
should be
works.
Super Piccolo,
Oh yeah, I'm not.
where he's orange.
Yeah.
You know, I cried at the
Peak.
end of that movie. I cried really hard.
seen it.
Everybody
I
hated
still
it.
haven't seen it, dude.
Everybody
It's
hated
so
it,
good.
and I
It's good.
cried.
We saw it. Yeah,
Which
we
one?
saw
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z superhero.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love that
so
movie.
Everybody
It's
hated
so
it,
good.
and I'm like, it looks like all the best cutscenes of Budokai. Why do y'all hate
Yes,
this?
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Who
I love
hates
it.
And I
Superhero.
cried. I
People-
cried
You know,
so
you know,
much.
Who
certain
hates
people.
Internet?
superhero?
A lot of people.
on the
hate it.
internet.
A
Because
lot
we
of
only
people.
got Gohan at Ultimate, like for what 5 minutes.
They hated the animation.
They didn't like the animation.
Oh.
The
style.
animation
That
was
makes
good.
sense. No, it wasn't.
No,
was good.
No, it wasn't. No,
There's
it wasn't,
people
Brian.
that want-
Brian, you don't watch
Yeah.
enough anime to be making this
The-
comment
I'm
to,
not a
to be
weeb. I'm not
to
a weeb
being
'cause I
weighing
don't- I
in
don't
on
live
this
in mom's
topic.
basement, all right?
No, but
I'm
it's,
sorry.
But the
Losers.
thing is, that
Watch more.
Here's the thing, though. It's really hard for me to
Thank you.
hear that they don't like the animation
Quite literally.
when you liked it in Broly.
Actually,
It was the same animation as in Broly. Like people loved it in Broly, and they were like, "Oh my god, that animation! It looks so
Broly was
sick. I hope
smoother.
they come. I hope
They make a
come
whole
back."
movie out of it.
Yeah, they which one? They made a whole movie
And
out of
they
this.
did.
I hope that season 2 of Super
which we
is
still
good.
haven't gotten.
Is gonna do is gonna well because he died.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently, it's off.
There
a hiatus,
is a
though.
story though. I know that
It's off a hiatus.
they
They're-
should have
they're
gone with the
making-
manga.
No, they are.
Oh,
It's off
okay.
a hiatus now,
Yeah.
and they're starting to come out with it. Where they're starting production.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
And they're gonna
okay.
they're gonna do
Yeah.
the moral. They're gonna do the moral arc.
2 days ago, the
Huh?
artist who does the manga
Yeah,
teased the new arc for Super.
that's what I had
Yeah.
seen.
So they're gonna do Moro, and then they're gonna continue the Black Frieza arc because it stopped with the Black Frieza arc.
Oh,
in
okay.
the manga.
Okay.
So that's besides the point.
Yeah.
So you run PrimeTime Collectibles, TCG shop with collectibles and everything like that. So look, if people want to know about PrimeTime, they can go check out the other episodes. Let's talk about your growth with PrimeTime, because when we first brought you on the show, you sold TCGs. That was your primary thing that you had. Like you had a couple like Pops and other collectibles. But now, since the last year that we spoke with you, you're now an official Bandai Namco store who sells Gundam kits, Bandai specific TCG, and you officially run tournaments under that brand as well.
We do. So we made a big change from last year to this year, where we're running tournaments. Become an official Bandai store. We're doing One Piece tournaments, Gundam tournaments, Union Arena tournaments. Working towards Pokemon, that's pending, and finish a background check, waiting for them to review it. And then maybe down the line we'll do Magic. So we're doing more tournaments and focusing more on TCG. We weaned away from the plushies and the figures and the Gunpla. But since Gundam TCG is a thing now, we brought Gunplas back, and we use those for prizing and stuff like that.
What's your status on Warhammer, by the way?
Oh, Warhammer 2 months ago, we brought it back in. And on Sundays, we do this hobby hangout Sundays where everything Warhammer is 10% off. And if you're looking to buy something online, Sean,
Yes.
we'll honor the 10%. If we can honor it on the site.
Well.
Yeah. So if you want like
My
the
Blood
resin stuff
Angels.
that's not like too anything crazy, yeah, I can get you Blood Angels for sure.
Yeah, I
For
need
sure, for
I need
sure.
a
Have you
battalion
seen
of Blood
his-
Angels
have you seen
soon.
his collection at home?
I have not
You
because
should.
he doesn't show up on Sundays to play. Their guys are in multiple campaigns, running different things and building all kinds of stuff. But Sean does not show up.
My
to play.
D&D group, we've moved D&D to Sundays now.
What time?
2 all the way up until 11:30, 12.
Sick D&D time.
Dude, I'm gonna
Oh
tell
my
you this.
God.
That's crazy. So
2 to
two
11?
things. Two
Yeah.
things.
Bro.
Two things.
We do a lot. We do a
No
lot.
kidding, dude. That's
Yeah.
that's a job,
Dude.
Yeah.
That's a day at work. Dude,
So
that's
how-
an 8-hour shift.
I have,
Hey, man,
I have a hot
Selena
take.
Agnes,
I
she
have a hot
kicks
take.
butt.
Dude, you clocked in.
I have a hot take.
I'm not doing that.
If you can't end a D&D
It's also
session
like-
within 4 hours, you are a bad DM.
No,
not true.
no.
People
No.
get gassed out.
No, that's
Have
not
They
true.
get gassed out,
No,
and then you start.
'cause
when-
We haven't. We don't. It runs that long mainly because we do also like have family meal in between.
Oh, that's different.
Uh,
That's different.
like we're doing something, and then after a few like rotations, we start a rotation of some other stuff, and then we're just kind of like chopping it up for like
Orgies.
You guys
a
actually
quick
play
You got
in
it.
person?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You know,
We always
one
go to
guy
my
unzips the
to my
other
buddy's
guy.
house.
You gotta roll.
The campaign, we're eventually gonna be making a transition from one DM to the next, and then when I begin to
That's super smart.
to do that.
That's super smart. Keep it fresh because 8 hours is kind of like.
Because
that's a tough
I've
one.
done it. What we used to do before is we used to have off on. So it was one DM would do 1 week, and then the DM would do the next, and then we would do off and on, off and on. We did it one time where we all had the day off one time, and we went, who's down to do both sessions today? So we went 4 hours, went for a lunch break, and then the next DM kicked in, and then we did a whole other story. So that also helped it keep like fresh.
For me, it's
and
like
you were, into it.
1 to 2 hours of like world building and story progression, and then 2 hours of just like one good solid battle, maybe a little battles here and there.
But are you like sober as you play D&D? Because we're having like drinks.
My rule is very simple. If
we're
you
inhaling
roll less
things.
than a 5, you're taking a shot. And if you fall asleep,
I love that
you
one.
get a nice little slap across the cheek.
That is a.
I love that one.
Yeah, it keeps it active.
you
It
did-
gets
you
people
did-
off their phones,
True.
and then I give people
Oh, well.
experiences, more experience if they dress like their character, speak like their character,
David
Why
would
you-
kick
or
butt.
behave along their alignment. Because I hate when somebody's like lawful good and become like a murder hobo, and I'm just like, dude, no. You get 50 points. You get 200 experience. We're having a good time. You know what? You did a phenomenal job. I love the cake. I love the like the cape, the sword, the whole thing.
Cape.
I'm gonna give you 300 experience. This is phenomenal. And then just move it forward.
I had a D&D session one time where he was a lawful good paladin, and then halfway through like the actual campaign, he lost his powers because every single time we would go into a town or people would ask him to do stuff, mind you, he's a lawful good paladin. People would be like, "I need help. Can you help me find my daughter?" And his first question would be, "So how much am I getting?"
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Like
Sorry.
how much
No
am I
experience.
how much am I getting? And then I was like, "Oh,
No experience.
this is a very poor town. They have nothing to give you." And he's like, "Well, I'm not going to help her then."
I've got
And in my head, I'm going like, "Oh, dude, you're lawful good paladin. Like your patriarch says you need to do stuff."
So
I can't wait to have you guys over for D&D eventually.
Because you guys are because I've never played a D&D campaign.
You're gonna love
I
it.
should because
You're gonna love it.
Let's set it up.
We can do a one shot.
Oh,
Yeah, I
dude,
can do a one-shot, no problem.
I got
Because, like,
a little
I got a
tournament
one
arc,
shot.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Nick, give me the stuff. Let me
Yeah.
let
So the
me
reason I'm
prepare
gonna ask
for
this
when I
question
DM,
You
and
wanna do-
I'll
you
do
wanna-
the one shot of Strahd.
There's a one shot of Strahd.
Well, you said I could do.
Oh, but Strahd is continuous, dude. Strahd's a long campaign.
no.
Strahd's a long
I'll
time.
write a one shot.
Strahd's
It's
long.
easy.
it's on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
but
yeah.
it was
What-
low.
it was
earlier.
super low.
Okay,
It was
so
super
sorry.
You want me to
earlier.
bump you
Super
up,
low.
Brian?
No, no, you're good.
So
You're good.
I think
for
so.
you guys
He
to know, at
keeps
PrimeTime
touching me.
Collectibles, on Sundays, we have Hobby Hangout Sundays. We have groups that come in to do D&D, they do Star Wars or different role-playing games, and also Warhammer. They spend their days building, painting, and even doing a campaign in Warhammer. So if you guys are interested, we do 10% off. You can jump in. We don't charge for the tables. Just be polite, be respectful. We get all kinds of people, different parts of the spectrum. May it be identity or like on the spectrum, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Be respectful of each other's space. Sometimes
That's
it's their
obvious.
first time playing a role-playing game, and sometimes the role-playing games are pretty new or pretty different or fringe, where it's not as organized or it's a lot more off the rip. And I can recommend you some of them too. And I think I talked to some of you guys earlier about maybe doing a Star Wars role-playing, which is really fun.
I'd be into it. I already have a Star Wars character that I did with a soul knife. We made him in D&D, so that way we could still use the actual D&D like.
But the Star Wars
rollies.
role-playing game, it's a world of its own.
Yeah,
You have to
it
translate
is.
that
It's
over. It's
so
super good.
we did it on that one, but so I ended up doing like the dog people in Star Wars.
Mhm.
I forget what they're called. And
Oh, so you were like Barf.
kind of, yeah. But he was an assassin, and he was a soul knife assassin. So I made it so that it was like
Badass Barf.
It would make it, instead of it being a
BB.
soul knife, it was an actual contraption that was on my arms that I can like throw and then ricochet back the knives. So it still had the soul knife like aspect to it, but it was like wah wah wah, and I could just keep on like just chucking like blades, and it was great.
So I wanted to bring up two things. So I wanted to highlight the fact that you bring in this community that's always welcoming and always good, because the amount of times that I've visited PrimeTime, it's always open and welcoming, and you do have all sorts of people with all sorts of hobbies come in. It's a good environment and good community. When you first came on the show, you said that's, what did you call it? Your third place?
The
Or-
third space.
The third space,
It's
right?
third space.
And it's interesting that it is to a lot of people that third space that they
Right.
can come in. You can come into the store and people are playing Smash Brothers
Mm-hmm.
on TV, or they're playing Magic. they're playing Warhammer, everything, and it's always inviting. It's a store, but it's also a hangout spot, which is great.
It is really weird because I know that me and Sean, we went to go play Warhammer at. I remember that day that we went.
Yes, we originally went to Monrovia. They were closed that day because it was
the cafe out there?
it was a holiday.
Yeah,
So-
for them. But the thing is that we went to another spot, and for some.
Odyssey game, or it was Odyssey Games. It's
Yeah,
the one
but-
across the street from PCC.
But the thing is that when we walked in, it felt very like divisive. Like it felt really weird. Like when we walked in,
Yeah.
like people were staring at us. Like they didn't
That
really.
store has always been like that,
It's
unfortunately.
like a biker club
Like,
bar.
Honestly, yeah, like because we
Yeah.
were new people walking in,
Yeah.
the usuals.
They're squaring
like,
you up already.
Yeah, the usuals
They-
were kind of like staring at us to like see what we like brought, and
Are
then
you
I
gonna
was
come with us? Or are you gonna be over there?
yeah. And
Do I
like,
judge you, or
it was,
do I?
It was really weird
congratulate?
because then we were trying to go like, oh, do we get a table? Like how exactly does
Yeah.
this work? And then eventually we just started kind of like walking around the store, and
Even
then
the store people weren't as.
super like
They,
welcoming.
they honestly, yeah, they weren't welcoming.
They were just
at
kind of
all.
like, this is what
like,
I have.
oh, hey, you brought Warhammer. That's so cool. Let me introduce you to these other people that are here playing Warhammer. Is this your first time? It is. Well, let me introduce you to some people. Just good community building skills.
Yeah. They,
It was not there, and unfortunately, it
So
has
I think it's
not
based on
been
eras,
there.
right? So there's like pre-COVID stores are very much like that, and where people have been going and doing the same thing for like 10 plus years. When they see a new face, they get really uncomfortable or awkward. They get really kind of confused about like, why are you here? How did you hear about my secret spot? Like, how dare you? During COVID and post-COVID, a lot of the stores are much more welcoming because the demographic has changed a lot.
True.
And then also like the customer expenditure has changed a lot where like Warhammer's been very consistent, but like also some TCGs would be super crazy or super cheap or kind of all over the place.
well, the whole scalping market in general has just gotten insane. It's
It
gotten out of
has, but I
control.
want to bring up a good example of this where you're talking about like the personalities and the customs and stuff like that. It brings to mind the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament that Nick and I both played in.
Sorry, I
So-
made that kid cry. I apologize.
No, you were very aggressive towards me
Why?
because what ended up happening
Because
was,
I was upset.
yeah, you were, yes. So if
I
just
was
to,
upset.
just to retell the story.
because-
No, let me retell the story.
Hold
No,
on. From my
because-
point of view, this is why I was upset.
yeah, you were upset because you lost based on time. Get over it.
He was
Get over it.
milking the time.
No, I wasn't. No,
he was
I wasn't.
milking time.
No, I wasn't.
And he was like, "Hold on, let me read a paragraph."
No,
and then he was like,
"It's not my fault."
Judge, slow play.
Hey, the
No,
text.
slow
To be
play.
fair, the
Gino
text
was
is small.
Yes,
The text
and
is
Gino
small.
was the judge. Now here's
and Gino walked over and goes, "Yes, you can do that." And then all of a sudden, you were like, then you started asking Gino like 9 questions, and I'm like, "Bro,
and Gino
move along."
Gino was a fair judge.
I'm about to win.
out of the three
Let me
people.
destroy you.
Dude, literally, I had the cards in my hand to win, and then all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh,
You want to know what's funny? That I beat him in the standings.
dude, he only beat me because he had 1 win above me, and that was my win. But I was gonna win that round,
No,
but
it feels so
Gino
good.
cut the time.
It feels good.
Gino cut the time
feels good.
right
You wanna know why?
right as my turn was starting, and I was like, I was about to win, and Gino goes, "Time ran out."
You know what's
Who had
funny?
the highest life
Gino
points?
was the judge, and he deemed it fair. He had no problem with me asking questions.
You know what?
Because every other opponent that I had kindly explained the rules, told me how links worked, how certain
You know what?
summonings worked.
I'll say this then, and I feel like this is just more of a courtesy as well, because I see it a lot from Magic players. Time is a very constricting thing.
It is.
You didn't know the deck.
I didn't.
It's for lack of a better terms that I've been acquainted with. You're rat dicking them. Because yes,
No,
when you're
because-
when hold on,
no,
when
no.
you're milking the time, if you're going to be going into a competition, you're going to compete. You're putting money. You're winning a cash prize. Know what it
You
is
should know what it
exactly.
is.
You know.
Yeah.
You
No,
need to know
yeah.
what you're piloting.
Okay.
Because not only that, you're gonna begin to build a stigma in the community that
Yeah.
go there as that's the person I need to beat as quickly as
So-
I can
so-
because I know they
No,
slow play.
Let an owner chime in on this, okay?
Can
And here,
I-
have a pack.
Money.
Feel better about it. Just open it right now.
Open it. All right.
Yeah.
Watch out.
So when it comes to
I'm
like
gonna
tournaments like
Spider-Man
that,
and rip it.
yes, I hear what you're saying, Sean. However, if it's a locals and somebody's new, it's up to the community to teach that player. Otherwise, he's gonna leave.
Was it locals?
It was locals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
here's,
it was
the,
a
and here's the
tournament.
other thing.
It was a
Every
tournament.
other
Here, you get a
every
pack.
other,
Catch it.
Locals.
every other person I played that
Open
day,
it.
every other Sean, Sean,
He's distracted. He's distracted. So now I have the talking stick. I have distracted the boys.
and that's fine.
So
That's funny.
So, when it comes to locals, you definitely want to teach people like the game and be patient with them and running out the clock.
Yeah.
And locals is okay because you can do it again next week. You know, you can do it again next week. There'll be more tournament pricing and stuff like that. It's not a store tournament. It's not a treasure cup. It's not like a regionals qualifier or any of that stuff. There, you're like rat dicking them, right? But in this one, you're just kind of like learning. So I would say, like, Nick, next time you're doing a locals and stuff like that, I know you want to be competitive against them, but also like teach them. You know, losing the game is learning the game. You know.
No. Hold on. In my defense, I was explaining what it was, and then he was then going, what was it? And then as I was explaining it, I was like, is it a link? What is it? And then like he was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I'm like, is it a tuner? And then he's like, I don't know. And
No,
then
I knew what tuners were.
But you were
The only problem that I had in that game was
the link?
understanding the links. But in my defense, and this is why I wanted to defend myself, the 2 players that I had played before, I had finished those matches in about 5 minutes. And there was one who was a really good guy. He came in with his son to play. He had a dark magician deck. Yeah, he had a dark magician deck. His turns were quick, and I was following his pace. And I was like, oh, can I do this? Can I do that? He's like, yeah, you can do this. When I played you, here was your personality. Do this. Do that.
Classic Yu-Gi-Oh play.
And I was just like, okay, well,
Classic.
can you walk me through certain things?
No,
You're like,
no.
And I'm like, yeah. That was the distract.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
I had
Don't
called
you
it.
dare lie.
I'm not.
Don't you dare lie.
You want to know why? Because I can call Gino right now. And he
Dude,
could defend me.
call it. Because you know why? Because I remember, because I always do it. When I play, I always go and I explain.
You
This
were
is
trying to
this,
explain to get the
this
move
is
going
this.
rather than helping me understand the
I know, but I
cards.
then said, okay, this card does this. It then allows me to mill my hand to look for this.
You
Is that
wanted
okay?
the win. That's why you were explaining.
I
You
know,
were
but
not helping
I said,
me
no,
listen.
I
You were-
kept saying,
He's
is that
explaining the
okay?
win condition. If he's explaining the win
For him.
condition,
For him.
yeah, regardless, it doesn't matter. When a player explains their win condition, you have them play it out to a point where you're able to interject at any given point
And
what any card you have in your hand.
And
at
every
that
single
point, that
time-
is stalling.
And every single time I did, I kept saying, is that okay? Do you have anything to stop me?
Yeah.
And then he then went, and I go, okay.
No, I would not say, I don't know.
You did.
No.
Because then that's what you called over Gino.
You know what? I call a rematch.
That's fine.
I'll bring them.
That's fine.
I will bring them.
That's fine.
But now you know how the
But
deck
I'm going to
works.
purposely lose to
now,
give Nick his wins.
No,
No, I don't want- no,
no.
I'm gonna do
Then
it. No,
there's
I'm
no
gonna do that.
point.
I'm
Then
gonna do
there's
that.
no
There's no
point.
point.
I'm gonna do that.
No.
Don't bring it then.
Yeah, don't do it.
No.
I don't
I
want. I don't want.
think-
I
Now
don't
you
want
it's a
know-
fair game because you
I
I was
want
gonna say now you know how they work. Now you know how his deck
I still don't know
operates.
how. I know. But you didn't bring your heroes deck. You
because
brought
I didn't want to bring my heroes deck.
Why would you?
Hold on, because heroes are actually really good.
Oh.
I didn't want to bring my heroes, and then I didn't want to do my dragon slayers because he was running a dragon deck. So I specifically went, I'm not going to use dragon slayers because basically he's going to be stuck and he can't do anything. So I'm not going to go into it with that. But hindsight,
You didn't metagame. Cool.
but in hindsight, I should have because I had a lot of blue eyes by dragon players and dark and red eyes.
But that's you just countering
No,
the
I was
one.
the only red eyes.
That's,
It was
that's
one
you
blue
countering
eyes.
the
There was
one
a blue
person.
eyes
Oh, there
and
was
red
one
eyes.
red eyes. There was one other one besides.
And then
me.
there was two blue eyes because that was me and the other guy.
Oh, then
That's-
honestly, yeah, going into the competition with that deck, okay.
But the thing is, I didn't know that. I specifically did not know that.
Yeah.
I figured it out as we were playing, and then I went, really should have played Dragon Slayers. I would have wiped. But
Your only counter would have been the dark magician decks that were there. The two of them
the
that were
two
there.
and they were quick.
Yeah,
they were really quick.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. I actually, honestly, if they would have used the dark magicians, it would have been fine because the Buster Bladers can pull, and then I can make stuff with their dark
I want
magicians.
to play Yu-Gi-Oh again. I just got to learn links. Links are so confusing.
They're not that confusing.
I just don't understand the
It
layout.
literally at the bottom of the card, it literally says, because the circle is right there, it just says use two of the same.
I don't even understand pendulum summons.
Well, pendulum syndrome is weird.
It's so fun. What are you talking?
Pendulums-
I know. I want to learn. It's just so
So
hard.
pendulums will have like a range. So basically, you'll put a pendulum, and that'll be like 1 star to X, Y, and Z stars. So you can go 6 to 8.
Yeah.
So you then put one over here, and then you would put another one over here. But inside of their conditions, it'll then say this is specifically for blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah, and blah 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 blah. And then you put that range down, and then once you have that range, you then go boom 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 boom, and you can just summon.
You know what was fun for me? Synchros.
Synchros is cool.
Synchros are fun. But
Synchros.
Okay, going back to primetime. So I like the community that you foster because you do have that mentality, right? No way did you pull that.
I just pulled it right
He
now.
just pulled it. Yeah.
I pulled it right
The
now.
McFarlane.
What did he pull?
McFarlane art.
No
Spider-Man.
way.
That's not a pricey
Let me
card.
see.
It's a couple bucks, but it's still a cool art.
It's a cool art.
piece, yeah.
I whiffed on my pack.
And then I got a wisecrack.
Foil?
Yeah, I got a foil.
That's dope.
The foil's cool.
It's not foil.
That's
It's still
cool.
right?
Oh, this one. Oh, you pulled it, dude. That's dope.
Papa Meat, the channel. He has the Meat Canyon. Meat Canyon.
Oh, me can.
Yeah, he does
This is a great vlog.
It's a cool art.
One
he
of the-
has
one of the
he did a
best-
video on the
best
Spider-Man
vlogs.
one. He's like, how do you have a Green Goblin card but not make it green?
Godspeed,
I
Spider-Man.
think it's to summon it is black and white or something like that.
Oh,
All right,
what-
before we go back to primetime, I got a question for you guys. I got
Yeah.
2 questions.
Okay.
Green Goblin versus Captain America. Who wins?
Green.
Cap.
Green Goblin.
Green
Cap.
Goblin.
Cap.
I think Green Goblin does.
No, Green Goblin has bombs. Cap has a shield.
Yeah, but
But
Cap
to be
will
fair-
play by the
but
rules.
Cap's very versatile. You know, he
He's
can
a
throw
baby.
that at the glider, and then he has an advantage right there.
Yeah, true.
But
You know?
also, you attach a pumpkin bomb to to his frisbee, comes right back, blows him.
I mean, and that's fine.
Cap plays by the rules,
Seen,
Green Goblin
we've
doesn't.
seen Captain America take on worldly beings that would scrape the boot with Green
What have you
Goblin, and he's gone toe to toe with them. I doubt the Green Goblin would honestly put up like that much of a fight.
For you guys
Final
watching
vote.
at
America.
home, if you guys watching at home, if you guys ever look up the Green Goblin serum versus the Captain America serum, Green Goblin serum is stronger. It just makes you go crazy, and nothing like somebody stronger than Captain America who's batshit crazy. I feel like it's gonna win.
All right, by show of hands, Green Goblin would win it. Raise your hands.
You know what?
Who says Cap? Cap
like
takes
Cap.
it. All right,
I like Cap.
that's a fair view. All right,
Wonder Woman versus Godzilla. Who wins?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Godzilla.
Oh my God.
Godzilla is literally escaped hell. I'm sorry.
much as I like Godzilla.
Godzilla has
Nah.
escaped hell, dude. He's beaten the Power Rangers. Like
Honestly,
Godzilla
I
is
hate-
god
So-
level.
I hate
So
how
is Wonder
powerful
Woman.
Godzilla
Yeah,
is,
no,
honestly.
He's
because
the
that's-
Goku. He's become Goku.
Yeah, and
serious,
it's just
yeah.
like because now he's in the Marvel universe, and it's just like,
my
okay,
God, he
yeah,
is?
like,
And
yeah,
DC.
he's
Yeah.
destroying
And
it.
DC.
It's the 616 universe
Honestly,
too.
Wow.
the Marvel
Yeah.
Marvel taking Godzilla was like, oh man, DC did a really good job with
Yeah,
with,
that's what it seems
with
like.
Godzilla. Maybe we should bring Godzilla into the Marvel universe.
Well, they're gonna do they're crossing
lazy.
over the Ninja Turtles with Godzilla now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the next one.
But
All right.
who wins? Wonder Woman or Godzilla?
Wonder Woman.
I feel like it's Wonder Woman. She's taking on monsters.
Show of hands.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman wins it. Raise your hand.
Wonder Woman.
4-1.
She has the
That's
weapons
fine.
of Hephaestus. Like
That's fine.
literally, her blade can cut through
That's.
spirits.
I mean, hey, bro, that's all.
Lasso of
That's
Truth,
cool. That's
Godzilla.
awesome. That's pretty. But
Godzilla
Godzilla,
would
is
be,
literally a
What is your
primordial
name?
being. Yeah.
Have you committed war crimes? Yes.
Yes,
That's what he actually said.
Yes.
they were against me.
Okay. Can we go back to the campaigns real quick?
No.
Because we wanted to talk about primetime
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
No.
So I want this because I've always wondered this question because you brought up your friend that played a paladin but was asking how much from it for certain things, right?
To the
Does any-
gallows.
he was not being paladin.
So
To
do
the
you guys not
gallows.
play role playing
What's the
games with a
intro to his
character in
character?
mind? Like even like Fallout or Skyrim or anything like that. When you guys play it, do you guys just
it depends on the person because
Depends on the story too that they're already throwing me into, and
Yeah.
it's like, am I the Dovahkiin?
because
Yeah,
like
I
Fallout,
just
okay,
am.
I'll give you an example. Like because like Fallout 3, I always want to play as the last 2 that I played when I was first playing it. I always played as myself, so I can't do a cannibalistic run, even though it's like there, and I can't just for the perks. I won't do it.
my thing is that like when I did the last campaign that we just finished recently, when I was playing that character, I specifically went in knowing that he was a moron. Like I specifically made it that he had no knowledge of the modern world. He had no knowledge of like what money was. He had no knowledge of like what society was because he lived in the forest and everything else. So there was this time where we finished a mission and then my buddy who was a paladin turned to me and went like, here's your share of, the reward money. And then I go, oh, cool. And then he gave it to me and then I went, what do I need these for? And he's like, it's silver. Like you use it to buy things. And he goes, and I was just like, why? And he's just like, so then he's like sitting there trying to explain currency to my character, and he's just like, and he's looking at me going, and then he looks at the DM, and he's like, is he messing with me? And he goes, no, canonically he does not know what money is because he's been living in the forest his entire life. He's never needed
You're
money.
playing as your character.
He's never needed money. If he needed food, he went to hunt it. If he needed shelter, he created it.
Yeah.
He has had no reason for money.
So to jump on that, I think I'm gonna start streaming on Monday, Tuesdays in the afternoon, so closer to like maybe 4 or 5 for like about an hour and a half.
Do you
And
want the Streamlabs login?
I'll check to see how it runs. But the reason why is because now that Fallout Season 2 is gonna come out, I am gonna do my Nicholas Valero run in Vegas. I do.
Now's
want
a better time than
That'd
any.
be
about that whole.
Now's a better time than
I
any.
think
So we're
I
gonna
would
say-
make it through Fallout.
But I really
will
have
do
to be
it.
in Nick's head because I can't do like a non-Nick thing. So I have a character set
does
up
that mean?
that would.
I know.
I have a character set up
That's when
with
he
special
texted.
stats
He's like,
that
"What would you
are
do?
particular to Nick. So Nick is not.
But Nick would survive because he would do whatever it takes and he'll do everything.
Well,
He's a yes man.
Yes, but
Bill, you want to do some drugs? 100%.
but I have.
Hey, this ghoul over here says he'll give you some extra like bottle caps if you suck his toes. Say less.
Lady
character
Killer
that I
battle
created-
activated.
First
Nick
off,
has-
I would survive.
Nick has a, Nick has a luck
I
stat
would
of 9
thrive.
and a charisma
You'd be
of 8.
fine.
But he doesn't have high strength or perception. I think his perception's 2.
Oh, yeah, you do wear glasses.
Yeah. Well, no, because Sean
It's
tested this out.
social awareness, and it's just spatial awareness
Yeah,
as well.
he doesn't have that.
like
His
yeah.
endurance is pretty good. I think I have your endurance at a 4. So
Yeah.
your endurance is
Let's
pretty
give it a
good.
4.
Your strength is also at like a 3. Your perception's low.
But his science has to be high.
No.
Yes.
Well, it depends on
Because science...
Does New Vegas have the ability to add points to like a whole?
You
stat
have your
sheet?
lasers, and then you have your plasma stuff. I feel
All I
like
did was
he would
kill
have
dogs.
Oh,
more
you're a
plasma.
tech run.
That's
You would
all I
did.
you would be focused on energy weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah. No melee.
No.
You'd terrible at melee.
Yeah.
Close quarters combat. No.
You know what? You're generic red shirt enclave person.
No, he wouldn't join. You know what? He wouldn't join the Enclave. You know what? I feel like I have to make a run where he thinks he's gonna join the Legion, but then he like psychs him out.
He
would
kills
build it- he
Caesar
would do-
immediately.
Yes.
He goes straight to Caesar and kills him.
I feel like the best way
That's
to
like
figure
the
it
first
out
thing you need to do
is
with
Nick, you must play the game as yourself, and you must play the game as you imagine Nick, and then see how close you guys really
Oh,
are.
that'd be
Oh,
good. That'd
that
be
would be
good.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That'd be really funny. Yeah.
I like that.
That would be really funny if we actually did that.
What is it? Fallout 3 or
Fallout New Vegas.
New Vegas.
New
yeah.
Vegas?
Because it's coming out. He joined the White Glove Society
No.
for fun. He wouldn't eat people. He just joined it for fun.
I might
He,
try
he
it.
would take a bite
Yeah,
to
you
fit
would eat
in,
people.
but then he would
I would
be
try
like,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're already in the
Yeah,
apocalypse,
it's a nibble. It's why
No,
give away
he-
free
my-
food?
why?
Doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
He
You know
would
what I mean?
try it and then be like, I tried it. It wasn't my thing, you know.
I-
But I'm
I-
in it. you
I had to
know?
put a lot of barbecue sauce.
It's almost like a pork.
Check that shit.
This
Yeah.
tastes like ramen to me.
Once I pulled porked it,
I'm gonna go to the Lucky 38, gamble, and see how many taps I come out with.
Pork.
you know what? Honestly,
You know what? I
it
would
might-
rob Prim
my
and then
luck-
go
my
to the
luck would
Lucky
be really
38, and then
yeah.
the amount of money I win,
My luck would be right.
have fun at
All my
Gamora.
caps on black. Somehow I come out with like 2,000 caps.
No,
If you're ever gonna do that, make sure that you're making eye contact with the roulette, the person at the roulette table,
Uh-huh.
because they are skilled and they do know where to throw the ball.
Yeah.
To have it. So if you're making eye contact, they don't know exactly. The odds are more in your favor.
Are we talking about the game or real
That
life?
real life.
Oh, real
this,
life.
this is a legitimate pro tip. When you,
You're-
if you play roulette in Vegas or at a casino,
You would choose the yes man option.
I got that.
Why? What's your-
Yeah, you would with the Yes Man bot.
Yeah.
Oh,
You wouldn't side with House. You wouldn't side with the Legion or the New California Republic.
I don't know what I would do.
I
You
would
wouldn't
help.
even be the Brotherhood of Steel.
Look,
you would hate the
stop
Brotherhood of Steel.
guessing, Brian, and both y'all should just play the game.
Thank you, Noel.
Play
You
the
would
game.
join.
By
What's,
the way, here's this card.
what's that faction?
Which one?
The
Fancy.
gangs, the gang faction that you meet at the beginning
In 3?
Wow.
in New Vegas.
New Vegas? There's no gang faction in the beginning of New Vegas.
Oh, the Great Khans.
Oh, the cons.
I feel like you would kind of do some missions for them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Great Cons.
Yeah.
There's a really good
I
melee
like that.
weapon
I
that
like.
you can
I like
actually
that spot.
find
It's
early
got
on.
good Mongolian. They got good Mongolian beef.
Goddamn Mongolians. Keep bringing down my chitty walk.
Dude, I love Mongolian. That's why I'm joining. I got to murder a town. Do we get Mongolian party?
Can we get Mongolian after?
When the village is dead, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
right, I'm in.
but no one there will be there to make my Mongolian.
That's what the women and children are for.
That's Caesar's Legion. They're the ones that throw him up.
Are you down to play New Vegas?
I'll play it. I have it. I just never played it.
Everyone has it. Everyone should have New Vegas.
Yeah, I think it's on my computer. I don't think I've ever played it though.
You've never played New Vegas?
I
thought
just
you
killed
have
the
played
dogs.
New
I
Vegas.
just
You
killed
said it in the reaction trailer.
Yeah.
I've played like bits and pieces, but
Oh.
that's about it. I did it primarily for like cheat codes when I was making cheat codes.
Ah.
Okay.
Game Shark.
Huh? Game Genie?
Game Shark.
No, when I was working
You
for
make
Game
love to
Genie.
Benny as a man.
You worked for Game Genie.
Yeah, I used to work for the Game Genie for PS3.
Is that an option? Can you do that?
So I used,
I've
to,
never tried.
I used to have to like go
pretty
into
sure
the
it
game
is.
and get a data file
I don't
and
know.
then make a cheat for it. So a lot of the times when I was playing that, I wasn't really paying attention to the like whatever was going on. I literally was like, oh okay, I need to go find ammo. Okay, cool, I found ammo.
At some point, he'd
And
run
then I'd
across
have
the
to-
wasteland naked.
Basically, the only way to like make a cheat is you would basically get the save file,
He's gonna
download
run,
it.
Brian, he's gonna run naked from Good Springs all the way to New Vegas. He's just gonna run past the Death Claws butt naked.
So the way that you do
I'm gonna
it
make
is
it. I'm gonna make it.
You get the save file, and then because you don't really know what all the data says, because at that point it's just zeros and ones. So what you do is you get the save file, then you go and then you go get like an item. Then once you get that item, you then look through the code again and see what changed, and then you go, oh, this is
It's
the
that
portion.
one.
This is the portion that has to deal with ammo. So then you go, okay, cool. So let me go into hex. Let me figure out, okay, so what's the hex for 999? And then you would then put it in and then see if it broke the game or if it changed or if it did anything.
He'd be addicted to jets.
And then you would basically go back and forth
Yeah.
until it worked.
and mentats.
And then once you had
Mentats
it, you
and,
then knew,
Psycho.
okay, cool. So this is the cheat.
No.
This is the way that you cheat it. So then
He doesn't have
you
strength.
would then put it
He needs
on,
to compensate.
online, and that's how they would do it.
Mentats because he needs to focus. His ADHD would kill him. You're a druggie. You're a druggie in the run. You'd be addicted to jet and mentats. Because mentats, I think, increase perception. So you'd be quickly addicted to it.
The first time he takes it, you're addicted. Like, whoa, okay.
See, the worst
Is
part
that good?
The worst part is that I never do well in these games because I usually become either a ghoul. In Skyrim, I became a vampire. And
Oh, I did too, but I reverted back.
No.
Yeah, I hated being a vampire in Skyrim, and then I was like, go back. I hate this.
See,
I
the
can't
wor-
be in daylight.
see,
This
the-
sucks.
See, the worst part was that I didn't know that apparently cat people are already hated.
Khajiits?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a Khajiit, and I
Oh,
thought
everyone's racist against them and Argonians.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that, so I literally started the game, and I was like, the cat people look sick. So then I started, and then people were just dicks to me, and then I was like, why? And then I told a buddy of
Dude, I
mine, and he was
loved
like,
being black.
yeah,
an
and
Argonian.
then I was like, oh, okay. So then I told a buddy of mine, and he goes like, "You're a Khajiit, dude. Everybody hates you." And then later on, I got scratched by a vampire. Then I turned into a vampire. Then as soon as I would walk into things, they would hate me for both reasons, and it was just kind of attack on sight.
Dude, being Argonian, they breathe underwater.
Well, that was the
And
worst
you're
part.
resistant poison.
So literally, I told my buddy about it. I was like, "Oh, I'm a vampire Khajiit," and he goes, "Start the game over." just
That's good advice.
He was like, "At this point, start it over. Like, it doesn't matter how far you've gotten into the game, you have to now side quest hard to continue the game because there's no way you can continue going."
Do you still stream?
Me?
Yeah.
It's been a few months.
It's been a few months.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
since
But I can help you guys out with your
last
stream. That's why I was
streamed.
jumping in there.
Thank you.
You want like
Again.
thumbnails or transitions and stuff like that? Yeah, I
Yes.
can make those on the fly. That's no big deal.
No, you can't really.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love
You
if you
ever
could
seen
help
my
me out with
streams?
that.
I think I watched one like months ago.
Yeah, a lot of the swipes and the in between. We'll be right back. Starting soon. Oh, I made that stuff myself. That's
Noel,
You
did
made
you
them on
like
After
the
Effects?
did you like the Arnold impersonation?
the Arnold. Yeah, I'd be dying. And I did it on Canva.
Canva.
Yeah.
Canva has a lot of stuff.
Oh.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
We were talking about this. I don't know if you're open to it, but potentially hosting a Keeping Up with the Nerds game night.
Sure.
Store.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're sitting on that idea.
My big thing is I really want to do it. If Noel can do it and he can host a one shot, that would be hilarious.
A one-shot D&D campaign.
Because
You want to do D&D, Star Wars, or do you guys want to do like some cyberpunk stuff?
I think
Cyberpunk.
Pirates,
Cyberpunk's
cyborgs.
hard. Cyberpunk is very complicated.
Oh, there's one. The
Cyberpunk?
homie Ray brought one where
I want to be chromed out.
Because Cyberpunk is actually
Cyberpsychosis.
like it's
No, so there's different
it's
ones where like
complicated.
you can go on the website, you can just randomize your character and you can start there, and it's like you just
Because I have I got the original Cyberpunk manual for the TC. I mean for
RPG?
the role play, and when I was reading it, I was like, wow, this is overly complicated. Like if I had to explain this to somebody, I don't even know where.
I think it's notorious. That's why they were joking about how 2077 was like, yeah, it's like a much simpler version of that manual because. Yeah, it was like one of the hardest campaigns to run.
If you could run a D&D one, that would be hilarious because like they have like tons of one shots for it where like because you can even do like the Rick and Morty one. Like that one's really fun.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
yeah. I used to sell it.
That one's literally just a dungeon crawler.
I remember.
Yeah, we remember.
Yeah.
Dude,
I would recommend like if you want like good one shots, Cyborg is really good, and then there's one like the homie Ray had, where it's at the end of the universe. Everybody's built up all the scraps they can find from different parts of the galaxy, and they've created basically like a scavenger satellite planet where everybody's just getting pieces that they can. The stars are starting to dwindle away. The space is getting darker and darker, and everybody just knows the end is coming, and they're just trying to get by and kind of wait it out. So you're like a scavenger, bounty hunter, like you're on a ship that you have to repair and go on this like different adventures. But it's like really nice, like little one shot, like short stuff that you can kind of go through. Those are really good. This one called Cyborg, where it's like Cyberpunk. You can literally generate a character on your phone. Just hit refresh and it creates a character for you. What the good thing about that one is when your character dies, that's okay. You just hit refresh and then like the DM will just add you back into the story as something else. But your attributes are so wildly different that it gets really hard to navigate. Because you may be more of a tank or a brawler or more of like a tech like hacker kind of guy.
Yeah.
So like as you go through this stuff, it's kind of like, all right, we're all doing this mission in this mansion, trying to get this information to get the creds. You end up dying. Oh, it turns out there's a limo. The trunk is pounding on the limo. Boom, your next character popped up. Now it's like mission updated. We have to take you out of the mansion and break you back to your home base.
Have you played Rogue Trader yet?
No, I haven't played Rogue Trader.
I would like to play
The one that,
like
the
an
one that
RPG.
one of my buddies had done a one shot because we had finished a couple of campaigns, and he was like, pick a character from a campaign, just pick one, and then he did it where it was Valhalla, where everybody is in Valhalla, everybody's level 20 heroes, and so they automatically are like beefed all the way up. You're basically you can fight gods, and the idea was it was the fall of Valhalla. And it was like Ragnarok, essentially. And every 30 minutes, you lost a level. So the faster you go, the better. But that also means I can't rest. That means that I got to keep on going. I got to get to the end. But if you wait too long, eventually you'll be withered away. And then if we withered away, then you could pick another character, and then that character would then go. But also he was saying too, because he was like, canonically, technically he goes, canonically, if we wanted to, we can make it that their soul has been expired. Where it was like your hero that died in a past campaign because of this, they're now gone. Like you can't use them for anything. And I was like, that's interesting.
I want to propose something to you before we wrap up the show. Because I feel like Rene you're not going to be into D&D as much, but
not even Star Wars.
No, but how about this? What if there
what
was
about D&D?
I don't have the patience for it.
But I wanted to
I really
propose
don't.
this. What if we did a survival horror inspired D&D campaign?
That still requires being around you guys.
The only reason why is because I was thinking about like why is there no like Resident Evil?
There's
There
a Final
is.
Girl.
There is.
Like I would.
There's
love
also like
to
a
do
Final Girl
Yeah.
game too.
A buddy of mine actually did do it where he got the maps of Resident Evil and like he used that as his dungeon maps.
That's cool. Like I feel like that would be a good one shot.
Yeah, and he made it
Like
he,
Escape the Mansion, but
Yeah.
not as any.
I
Like,
feel like it's
Yeah.
how the game plays and what you have to do to play the game
Yeah.
just might not
Yeah, my
be.
Well, I have a
what
question for
he
Rene.
likes.
When it comes to role playing games, if you play any,
What me and Maddie happened, and we talk about that privately.
Nice. Who's the nun?
it's always Rene.
Again, it's privately. So.
It's always Rene.
let's say like
I thought
it was the dart.
I thought
it was the door.
That freaked me out, man. I was like, this is late. Who's opening that door right now? Like,
no,
Who
but-
are you?
Who left it open? That's my question.
all right, my question for you, Rene,
Yeah.
is so it can better help me find out what is the right game for you.
Yeah.
Is it analysis paralysis where the game has too many options to kind of veer out of control?
It's a combination of that, and it's a combination of I have to pay attention,
right.
and if I'm nodding out, and if like, and I know that people are cross talking and stuff like that, and then people are just talking in general. But if the story is not there for me, if I'm not engaged by that as well too. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna. I'm at that point. I'm just like, I just want to wrap this up. Let's get.
If I were to say, in your head, think of your favorite franchise, but don't say it. Does it correlate with your favorite genre?
Well, I guess adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Adventure, like Indiana Jones adventure.
More like kind of like hero's journey, almost in a way.
Hero's journey.
Yeah.
But not fantasy. It can be any type of adventure.
It could be any adventure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you like sci-fi?
I can go for it.
Cyberpunk?
No, I'm not big cyberpunk. Yeah.
Okay.
Sci-fi or like fantasy, a little bit of fantasy, just like a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Damn, my brain is brewing. Mm-hmm. I'll come up with something. It'll be short and sweet. And
You're like the bartender of like board games.
It's just the amount of conversations I have during the day when I'm at the store. It helps me kind of gauge.
That's the interesting, like, because like the mansion, when we first started the mansion, it was supposed to be a one shot. The thing lasted 2.5 years. It was
Only one house.
Sounds
How
about
many
right.
floors did
Yeah.
that mansion have?
well, because mind you, he had every map of like he had the map of the actual like game.
the actual.
He had,
mission from
so he
Resident Evil
so from Resident Evil 1, so it went down, and then he was like, oh yeah, like I want to add this, and then he just got kind of crazy with it, where he was like, oh yeah, you got to go into this room, and then he started adding rooms that weren't in the mansion originally, and he was like, oh yeah, his original pitch is that you're stuck in a mansion, and you got to collect things in order to escape.
Okay.
Easy enough,
Yeah.
right? The amount of things that you had to do to get the items was never going to be a one shot. Like he just like immediately as soon as we finished for the day, he was like, I think I might have added too much stuff.
Did he do too elaborate like Resident Evil 2 in a way where you're going through the police mansion and you're just kind of like to unlock the gun safe, you have to go to the basement, go to the car, unlock the car to get the tire iron, to open the garage door to get to the office.
Sounds like a Rube Goldberg machine.
To find the card key that you need.
He did it where it was magical doors. So essentially, the way that it was working was like if you opened a door, there was no guarantee that the door was going to open in the same spot.
Oh, you're setting yourself up for a long campaign.
Yeah. So the only thing that so the only thing that would keep that door in the same spot is if you were awake. Once you rested,
it's gone.
the rooms would shift.
Yeah.
So it was meant to keep that suspense and like
It
that
doesn't
kind
sound
of,
like a one shot.
It was never going to be a one shot. I don't know. That was a lie.
That was a bait and switch.
I'm going to add this for anybody
Bait
who's
and
listening
switch.
who might already DM or are interested in DMing. Know your audience, know your group, right? If we were to do something and Renee's nodding off, then I'm not doing my job, right?
True.
So it's one of those things. You're doing a one shot and you kind of overcomplicate it and get to if you're taking little breaks and having lunches and like that stuff, that makes sense. But I have been in D&D sessions that do last like 8 hours, and halfway through people are nodding off, not paying attention, missing little details that the DM kind of put in there. The DM's getting a little upset. It's like, oh, you guys weren't paying attention 3 hours ago. I was like, bro, that was like 4 drinks ago. I ain't remembering shit.
At that point, it's like your DM is basically telling you, like, okay, you guys enter a bar. There's a painting by the door.
Yeah, it's their. It becomes their story more than a communal adventure where everybody's kind of building into it, right?
See, the one that I really enjoyed was our villain arc story. That one was really fun because that one was just he gave us items. He just gave us items of like, you guys have items. You guys are walking into a bar. What's our ultimate goal? I don't know. You guys are villains. Let's see where your villainy takes you. And then it was like, all right, cool. And then I noticed in my item box, I had like a potion of sleep. And I'm like, I also had the ability for invisibility. So I'm like, oh. So I made myself invisible. I was able to sneak my way around to the casks of ale. and I poured the potion of sleep into the casks of ale, and I knocked everybody out. And I was a bard, so then I was able to like.
You know, Brad Pitt from Bullet Train when he has the sleeping powder.
Yeah.
Oh, you drank the water.
You know what? Bullet Train, now that I think about it, is a D&D campaign.
It is.
It really
Yeah,
is.
now that I think about
Everything
it,
is
yeah.
a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He just
but-
has really good luck.
That one was really funny because then I was like, oh, cool. I knocked everybody out because I was telling the bartender, get everybody drinks, blah, 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 blah. So everybody fell asleep. So then I robbed everybody. And then he then goes, all right, cool. What do you want to do? And I was like, well, I don't really feel like being wanted. So why don't we just like nail all the doors shut and then I'll set the cask of ale on fire and I'll start a fire. And then they were like, what? I go, yeah, it'll be like a tragic accident. They were like, how would that be a tragic accident? So anyway, I then went through the whole thing. I set the whole place on fire. I killed everybody inside the bar. And then it was one of those things of like, cool. And for some reason, every single time we would get into a situation, I was like, well, we could start a fire. And he was like, what is it with you and fires? And I'm
Fire
like,
is the answer.
yeah. So
everything.
We then got to this portion where we were like, setting an orphanage on fire.
Arsony.
Yeah.
We were setting an orphanage on fire.
Arc,
It's a
man.
villain arc.
It's a villain arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other person I was playing with, his villain arc was to make the world's greatest hero. So how do you do that?
Set an orphanage on fire.
Kill
Yeah.
other
You have
greatest
to.
heroes
They have
and
Terrence
stitch them all
like-
together.
They have to have a messed up origin story. So what he did is he took
I'd make a
one kid.
Frankenstein.
So he took one kid. He then put him on the top of a tree, and then we murdered all of the adults, and then we then put them in the tree like a human Christmas tree, and then we then set the orphanage on fire. But we closed all the doors, and then we had like sap. So that way the windows couldn't open and the doors were all shut. So I then lit a fire. Apparently I wasn't supposed to light a fire because the other person was like, don't light a fire. I lit a fire. He then rolled a nat 1 to put out the fire. And then our
man.
DM was like, oh, you put out the fire. And we were like, cool. And then we're literally talking as we're walking. He's like, oh, why is it every single place we go to, you have to start a fire? This is becoming a real problem. And then we hear like bells and everything else. And we're like, and you just see a red haze in the background. He goes, did we put out that fire?
Yeah, well, you got a 1. So.
Yeah, so he got a 1, so
Yeah.
he didn't put it out. He thought he put it out, but he didn't.
Clippable
And-
platform. Nick sets fire for real.
And he set, and we set an orphanage on fire. And then the way he described it, because we ran back to go help help put out the fire. Kids are jumping out of windows. It was not great. It was basically a 9/11. It was not a great. It was not a great situation.
Not a good day.
It never even happened, bro. It's all AI Sora video.
We're running into 2 hours at this point.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I was trying to wrap this up like
love
5
those.
minutes ago. So, question for you real quick.
Yeah.
If we were to do a survival horror D&D one shot, would you be able to do it?
Yeah, I'll hit up my homie Ray. He's really good storyteller.
I think that would be a good, maybe like a Keeping Up with the Nerds game night, potentially. So we could probably host it at PrimeTime. That'll be coming up. But Noel, thank you so much for being our first guest here. I know it was like a whole pile of randomness, but if anything, I think this goes to showcase what kind of personality you have, that you bring to the store, the kind of person that you are. The environment that you do want to bring over at PrimeTime Collectibles. There are, like I said, 2 different issues with Noel last year and the year before, where we talked about what you've been doing with PrimeTime and how you've managed to grow it and everything. So please go check out PrimeTime. What are your socials and what are your plugs? Do you remember?
no.
We'll have them up though.
They'll be in the description down below. But
It's
please
PrimeTime
check out-
Collectibles, Uptown in Whittier. You can find us as
Yeah.
PT Collects or PrimeTime Collects. There is somebody pretending to be me on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Like you or
Yeah,
prime time?
well, he's pretty close.
Oh.
Okay, I
Does he
shave
do
my
pics?
head. He buzzes his hair. I wear reading glasses. He wears yeehaw glasses. I'm a cancer survivor. He researches at a cancer institute.
No.
And he's asking people for like $18,000 for like first gen sealed Pokemon boxes. And he's asking for like Zells and a bunch of random stuff, and he gives you fake tracking. So if it's not me, it ain't me. Don't spend your money where you don't want to. You will lose it. Spend it with me, and you'll be happy. That's how it works.
You offer good prices.
I try. I can't win
you
all the fights. Sometimes I do lose the
No,
fights, and I
but-
get like a bit of heat for it. But you know, like
You do try.
I do try. Can't win all the fights,
And
but
you
I do
manage
try.
to
It's more
push
than
people
most
in the right
stores.
direction when it comes to certain TCGs. Like if it
Yeah.
becomes too expensive, you lead them in the right path, and you kind of like show them off.
It's the
like,
first question I ask.
Yeah.
What are you into?
yeah. So we'll plug your real socials down in the description below, but please go check out PrimeTime Collectibles in Uptown Whittier. Great environment. You are
that's One Piece?
Thursday through Tuesday.
Thursday to Monday, we're closed.
But by
Tuesdays
it.
and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
We open up normally at 5 p.m. on the weekdays so people can get out of work and enjoy themselves. So nobody is at 10 a.m., 9 a.m., or 8 in the morning trying to get boxes ahead of time. We're literally going to open when you get out of work. We're open on the weekends, Saturdays and Sunday from 12 to 10. And then that also, if you evolve into the community and grow into the community, and we have little events that we do. We're having a Halloween party tomorrow night. If you guys want to have a couple sips and stuff like that, go and feel free to hang out. And then a couple of days ago, we had like a birthday party. We have all kinds of stuff going on for a lot of the regulars, people that kind of help support the business and pay the bills. The space is available. The latest I've been at the store, even though we close at 10, it has been like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at one time I kind of like slept over and I got a ticket because I left my car in the front. It was like, street sweeper.
yeah.
It got me. It
We
got
almost
me.
got that like a year ago.
Yeah. So it's one of the things that we do. It's kind of like create that third space where people can kind of be themselves and enjoy themselves and play different role-playing games, Warhammer, and try out different TCG. We get so many new players that come in. We get so many returning players that come in. And right now with Magic the Gathering, for example, the landscape is changing so fast. Core is around the corner, right? Sonic just happened. Spider-Man just happened. Warhammer and all the other ones that just came out. All these kind of new things are kind of bringing people in. Union Arena has different IPs. Yu Yu Hakusho, Kaiju Number 8, Rurouni Kenshin. It's become a place where it brings people in. So stop by, enjoy yourself, say what's up. But I also told the line. So if you're kind of mean or weird, we'll 100% kick you out.
Yeah.
I'll probably send Rene after you to punch you in the face.
Before we wrap up, I do want to do a quick little story. There was, I think it was Gundam that you were releasing the first set booster boxes, and I have to praise you and Gino for this. There was a guy that came in and wanted to buy, I think, like 5 boxes or something like that. It was like it was a ridiculous number. It was like 3 to 5 boxes, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll take 5." He's like, "No." Gino was like, "No." He's like, "I'll take 5." He's like, "No." They're like, "Oh, come on, really, dude? It did 5." And he's like, "No, I can sell you 1." Because if I sell you 5, then we'd be pricing him out a lot more. So, to be fair with everyone else, we're going to sell you 1. And the guy ended up buying 1 and ended up leaving. And I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of policy and that's the kind of environment you guys have. You guys hold those people accountable.
And we try. And sometimes we don't win all the fights and stuff like that. I really learn about like the buy-in prices. So if a box of Pokemon's going for 180, like a ETB is going for 180, and it comes at me, right? And I sell it for $80. And I'll sell out within an hour. It's great. A week later, the same people I sold it to come at me, and they want me to buy it at 80% market. So I sell it to them to 80, and then I buy it back from them at like 140. So I have to find the middle ground. That was my lesson I learned this year is find that middle ground. Gundam this year, when I did pre-orders, they were going, market was 260, and I said I'm gonna buy them at 200, and I needed more product. I didn't get a lot, so I started buying at 200. And then once I knew what my stock was and I adjusted my cost, I said $200. Man, I got ragged on. People wanted it for like $96, which is far below MSRP. And I'm just like, dude, I can't.
No.
If I'm buying them for like 200, there's no way. If I'm buying for like 180, there's no way. 160. I was like, 200 is the average middle ground that I can comfortably do it and just move as much as I can and have stuff for the tournament. But then it allows me to also keep buying more product. So we have new tournaments coming out. I'm looking for pricing and stuff like that. I'm looking at like different things. You should jump in. You missed out on the release tournament that we did. And we did not increase the prices. Everybody changed their prices from $25, $30 to like $80 for a tournament. For the Gundam one. We kept it 20. 4 packs.
$80 to get in?
Some people changed them. Yeah, they changed it to $80, or they kept it only for people on their Patreon. Some stores are doing Patreon.
wow.
Where you pay a subscription, you're automatically included in these tournaments. So a lot of these players were coming in for these tournaments, only to find out that it's like sold out, and it's just the people that have signed up through Patreon. They paid in advance to get in, and if any extra spots, $50 for entry, $80 per entry.
I would leave a bad review of that store.
Reviews are one thing, but these guys are out there like driving from store to store, and the people that farm, you'll come in, get your packs, your promos, drop after the first round, go to the next store, do the same thing, and then just farm all the stores. But the tournament that we had 15 players, so we didn't reach our cap, and I was a little upset by it. But a lot of stores were at that same time, but they were there for all 3 rounds, and none of them dropped. I gave out Gunplas and packs for prizing. I gave entry packs. And made it as fair as possible. So a lot of people were walking away from with 5-6 packs, and then the winners walked away with 12 their entry pack plus the 6, plus the 5s that they got. So they were more 12 packs on a $20 entry and a Gunpla. That's the things that I'm kind of trying to find that middle ground where I may not win all the fights, so the pre-orders might be a little high. But you know what? I'll make up for it. I'll make up for it.
Anything else you want to plug in?
Don't do drugs.
Too
Good
late.
lesson.
Say no to
Oh, you guys are already too late. Well, wait, we were talking about crack
I don't.
earlier. That's right.
I don't.
You sell cardboard crack.
I do sell
is a drug.
cardboard
Different
crack.
addiction.
I would say just keep track of everybody who go around you. Right now the holidays get a little rough for everybody. Make sure to check in on your loved ones, check in on your friends. Some of us get a little too busy and we don't message our moms or our dad or our cousins or our sisters or whoever. Just check in on them because sometimes it gets a little lonely. I know a lot of people are kind of going through it with the Dodgers going on right now. Everybody's really distracted with the World Series, and I'm a big fan of the Dodgers, but I know a lot of people are feeling a little neglected when they're, they want to hang out with their friends, or they want to do things for Halloween, and they're being a little abandoned to focus on that stuff. So the only thing I really want to plug in is just love your friends, love your family, and hope they love you just as much.
That's a good way to end the show. So thank you, Noel, for joining us here at issue 271 of Keeping Up With the Nerds. Website, keepingupwiththenerds.com. Socials, Instagram, Facebook, X. YouTube.com/Keeping Up With the Nerds. And find us on everything for audio platforms. This is Sirius XM. Sirius XM?
Huh?
Serious.
Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. However you said it.
Sirius XM.
Patreon.com.
Wait, are you guys on Sirius XM?
No, we're not.
They're now on Sirius XM.
No.
We're on YouTube Music, so, there you go.
I appreciate that because I am a big fan of YouTube Music.
There you go.
That's where I watch you guys.
Check out our Patreon, patreon.com
We did it for
/Keeping
you.
Up With the Nerds, and www.gg. Use code Keep Up Nerds for 10% off. Noel, you're going to sign us off. Improv.
Oh, improv?
Improv. Spanish. Go for it.
Ashoka was mid.
Did you say Shogun was mid?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka
the show?
The show from Star Wars.
was mid.
It was mid.
Wow.
You about
Sign
to
off.
fight?
Signing off.
This has been Keeping Up With the Nerds,
Signing
issue
off.
271.
Mid.
This is
Yeah.
Bryan, Nick, Rene,
Rene.
Sean, Noel. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Ahsoka was mid, I guess.
Well, it's like